At 7:30.
Here with my childhood friend. Here they come. Those feelings again. Who can it be now? Who can it be now? Who can it be now? Who can it be now?
Looking at the streets of New York City, 78 degrees, just about 7:30.
No, 48 degrees.
48. Oh, God.
Wishful thinking.
Oh, I wish it was 78 degrees. Okay, 48 degrees.
You're dreaming of a little vacation, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
All on this date in 1982, we found out who it can be. It's Men at Work. They started a 15-week run at #1 on the U.S. album chart with their debut album, Business as Usual, which, of course, was huge, went on to sell over 5 million copies in the U.S. You know where they're from, right?
Australia.
They're from the land down under.
I was about to say they had that song, Down Under.
Yeah. Big song of theirs. All right. 43 years ago. Time moves on, and the time right now is just about 7:31 here on Good Day New York. Thank you so much for being with us on this Thursday. I'm Curt Menefee.
And I'm Rosanna Scotto. So 48 degrees, not so bad.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I mean, 78 would be better.
Yes.
But 48 is not bad, Audrey.
Yeah, 78 would be an improvement, yes, for sure. But we are seeing improving temperatures each and every morning this week, so we are faring a little bit better as far as our standards are concerned here in the tri-state area. The sun will make an appearance today. We've already seen kind of slivers of it coming through the cloud cover, but I think more will come out later on this afternoon. It's still windy. Our wind gusts will be up to about 30 miles per hour, so that will add to the chill, especially in the shade today. It's mostly dry for the week. There are some chances of isolated showers, but no major storm systems in sight until the weekend. That's when we're going to have some showers coming in, and those look like to be timed out for Saturday night. 48 right now in the park. It's 49 at Newark and 46 down the shore in Belmar. That's the same number we're finding in Islip and in East Hampton. We're still in the 30s in Monticello. These numbers are milder than they were at this time yesterday, so not quite as biting as we saw like 2 mornings ago for sure. And our winds, they're going to have your attention today. Right now they're sustained between, let's say, 5 to 15 miles per hour, but again, we'll have wind gusts up to 30. It's 48 right now, as I mentioned, in the city at the moment. Not much in the way of rainfall, but off to the north, you might need your umbrella around northern portions of Sullivan, Ulster, and Dutchess counties. We do have a couple of showers working downwind of the Great Lakes, and that will affect you at this early hour. But most of us will be dry today with a mix of sun and clouds. It'll be windy with a temperature of 51. Still windy tomorrow. Then we have showers coming in on Saturday night. They will linger into very early on Sunday, and then once the sun comes through, we'll warm it up to about 59 degrees. That's a check of your weather. Now let's get the check of the traffic with Christina.
Thanks, Audrey. Good morning, everyone. So we are dealing with something big going on the Gowanus Expressway right now, and it's affecting you on the outbound Gowanus, but affecting you all the way back onto the BQE. So it's on the Gowanus Canal, where we have 2 lanes blocked by an accident that's still in the process of being cleared away. In addition, right in that same area, we have an accident that happened between a cement truck and a car. That's also taking out the right lane. So this area not looking good. Delays at least back to the LIE on the BQE. Here's a Pulaski Skyway going inbound towards the Holland Tunnel. Allow yourself an extra 40 minutes there if that's your usual commute. The Turnpike extension will take you about 20. Here's the Lincoln Tunnel Helix that'll take you still about 40 minutes. And the GWB approaches all looking about the same, 30 to 40 minutes as well. Alternate side of the street parking rules, they are in effect today. Rosanna and Curt.
Christina, thank you so much. So,
Flu season is upon us, and health officials say cases of respiratory illnesses are really rising across New York.
already both flu and RSV cases have spiked in the last week. Joining us right now with how you can protect you and your family is the New York City Health Commissioner, Dr. Michelle Morse. Nice to have you here.
Good morning.
Always good to see you.
So you see a spike already?
It is exactly the time of year where we see this happening. So we're, quite effectively right on time. In the past week, compared to the week prior, we've had a more than 80% increase in flu visits in the ER and a more than 60% increase in visits in the ER for RSV. So we're starting to begin the ascent of that curve that happens every respiratory viral season. The good news for New Yorkers, of course, is you can protect yourself in a safe and effective way and protect your family and your community with updated RSV, flu, and COVID shots.
Well, let me ask you something, because we were just reporting on this new strain of the flu out there, which this vaccine does not target?
So every year the flu strains change a bit. There's two big categories, flu A and B. That's pretty consistent. But each year we play kind of a epidemiologic science game to try to predict which flu strains are going to be circulating. So the updated flu shot really does try to match and predict what strain is going to be circulating. We aren't always perfect, but even if there are strains that were not expected, the flu shot that we are offering right now, this updated flu shot is still going to offer significant protection against the worst outcomes for flu. So that's going to the ER, being hospitalized, or death. And each respiratory viral season, we see upwards of 2,000 people who die from the flu, and that is totally preventable. So it's still worth getting the flu shot. It still offers protection, and the flu strains do shift and change, and then we try to match it with the vaccine.
So you're saying you don't have to necessarily hit the bullseye, but you're hitting the target.
That's well said. Yes, exactly.
All right, I'm done now. I'm done. So you talked about the spike in numbers of flu in the last week, more than 80%, RSV more than 60%.
Yes.
You know, COVID is back again. What is the difference when I'm sitting at home if I feel these symptoms, and does it really matter?
That's an awesome question. It's really important, actually, if you start to feel any viral symptoms, that you get tested, because we have rapid tests that can figure out, is it COVID, is it flu, is it RSV? And there are treatments, particularly for people who have medical conditions where they're at higher risk of complications from these viruses. You want to know, should you take Tamiflu? It's a medication to treat the flu. Should you take Paxlovid, which is a medication to treat COVID? So those treatments are accessible. They're very effective at keeping people out of the hospital, and nobody wants that in the middle of the season where you're traveling with family and want to be with friends. So it is important to get tested and figure out which one you have.
All right. I already got the flu shot, but there's a person on our staff. I don't know if he's scared or not, but I think, Dan, come on up here. Dan,
I'm not going.
Come on here, Dan.
Oh,
Well,
Dan,
the good news is you don't have to sit on anyone's lap to get this. We got your chair.
To get the shot.
Okay.
Hi, doctor. How are you?
How are
Nice to meet
you? You as well.
There's nothing to be frightened, right?
Not at all.
No.
It's a tiny little pinch. This is absolutely routine.
So why have you not gotten it yet? Just not time?
Yeah, I normally get it. Excuse me. I normally get it here.
Oh, this is not open.
I was yelling at my son's football game this weekend. And I still have a little bit. Anyway, I normally get the shot here when they offer the free clinic, but I don't know, I just didn't have time to get it.
Yeah, which happens.
Yeah. Doctor, I have a theory about why this is like kind of the spike. The kids stay out too late on Halloween.
Oh,
They
that's
poison
fair.
themselves with all that candy. They get sick.
That's
then their
fair.
parents get sick. Then they bring it to work, and it's the beginning of the whole nonsense.
Thanks a lot, Dan.
That's
The
my
cycle
theory.
continues, 100%.
One of the key things, stay home. If you're sick,
home if you're
stay
sick,
home.
yes. That's a good
Exactly.
one.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
That
all
is
right.
very important.
Okay, so
You
you're going to
interrupt the
administer
cycle.
the flu shot.
Yes, I'm just waiting for
One more glove,
thick
we got it.
glove. Thank you
Doc,
very
do you
much.
need an assistant? Because I play one on TV.
Don't let her give me the shot.
I got you.
Is this
All
gonna
right.
hurt?
Just
Yes.
it's a tiny little pinch. You're gonna barely even feel it. I can
Okay.
guarantee.
All right,
Oh, look at those
Dan's got a
tats.
lot of
Yeah,
tats.
really.
Whoa, something we just learned about Dan.
They said the left arm. I said, all right.
That's right.
That's what we're going to do.
Tiny little
See it?
pinch.
I'm going to keep talking.
There you go.
She gave the shot. I didn't even feel it.
That's
That's it.
it.
It's all right.
All right.
I survived.
Done.
And you're done.
I feel better.
And so
There
he's
you go.
good till next year.
That's right. Exactly.
You know, one of the things we were talking about earlier is my doctor really encouraged me to get the pneumonia vaccine this year.
Yes.
First time ever that at least he's talked to me about it. I got it, and you say that it's effective. I didn't even tell me this.
Oh, thank you.
For the rest of your life if you get it.
That is exactly right. It's an incredibly safe and effective shot. It decreases your chances of having complications from pneumonia. And for most of the large majority of people, one shot and you're good for the rest of your life.
Wow, that's amazing. Can we talk about whooping cough?
Yes.
Because I think you've seen some of that going around.
That's correct, yes. Whooping cough is a bacteria, actually, and it's very easily transmissible. It causes pretty terrible cough symptoms, and it can make you feel terrible. Unfortunately, we have over the past year or so seen a slight increase nationwide in whooping cough. But again, it is vaccine preventable. We have a very safe, effective vaccine. It's called the Tdap vaccine. You can get it. Sometimes people get it if they've been exposed to tetanus or, a nail or something like that. And that vaccine also prevents whooping
Who's
cough.
that for?
Everybody. Yeah.
Is it more for
everybody.
kids who are sort of coming down with the whooping cough? I feel like that's a thing that the
So
kids will get.
kids, definitely, yes. It's a part of, basically any kid's routine childhood vaccines. They should get the whooping cough vaccine.
Right.
And then for adults, every 10 years.
Is it a big deal here? Because I know I saw the numbers in Texas 4 times last year, which was 6 times the year before. It's spreading in the Midwest. Are we concerned about it in the Northeast?
So it's always circulating nationwide, an increase, not a massive change here in New York City, but the recommendation is still the same. Make sure you're up to date on that vaccine. And the other thing I think that's really important is as you get older, sometimes your immunization, your immune system gets weaker. So it's even more important, especially for the grandparents out there who are going to be around kids, make sure you're up to date on this vaccine. And there's no seasonality to it. That means, again, year-round, whooping cough is circulating.
Dr. Morse, since we're going to be your assistants, we realize you forgot something for Dan.
Oh,
yes.
no.
Oh, my
yes. I was
gosh.
wondering if I was going to get a lollipop.
Wow.
Oh, it's my
All
favorite
right.
flavor.
There you go.
Cherry.
You guys are really prepared.
You're such a good boy.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
Curt.
it.
We appreciate it. Thank you
Thank you,
very
Dr. Morse, for the information.
Thank you for having me.
All right. When we come back.
We'll have more of your top stories, including Starbucks workers. They're going on strike on one of the company's biggest promotion days.
Plus, the Knicks' win streak comes to an end, but that wasn't their biggest loss. We'll tell you how long they'll be without their captain, Jalen Brunson, when we come back.
Alrighty, 7:43 rush hour. Here's some top stories if you're heading out the door. Police are questioning a person of interest in the beating death of a man in Brooklyn. The New York Post is reporting that the victim, 41 years old, was the superintendent of the building on Ocean Avenue in Flatbush. He reportedly died yesterday afternoon after a dispute turned violent with this man who was suspected of trying to steal tenants' packages.
Well, the government shutdown is over officially. Last night, President Trump signed the government funding bill after it passed through the House. It did not extend health care tax credits Democrats were holding out for. This bill will only fund the government through January 30th.
Well, today, more than 1,000 unionized Starbucks workers will walk off the job to protest the lack of progress in contract talks with the company. The mini strike is expected to affect stores in 45 cities, including here in New York on its Red Cup Day. Starbucks says most of its locations will be open for business this morning.
All right, let's talk a little sports. And it was a rough night for the Knicks, who were at home trying to extend their win streak to 6 straight games. They were taking on the Orlando Magic, but they were down big in the fourth quarter, down double digits as they were for most of the game. Jalen Brunson, you can see, rolls that ankle, forced him to leave the game. He was reportedly seen leaving the arena after the game on crutches and in a walking boot. Knicks lose 124-107, giving them their first home loss of the year and snapping that 5-game win streak. Everyone keeping an eye on Brunson to see what his future is. All right, now to the ice, where the Rangers were in Tampa taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. New York scored 4 goals in the first period, but Tampa countered with 3 of their own. New York would score 3 more times, their highest scoring game of the year. They won it 7-3, the final. And the first place Devils were in Chicago last night taking on the Blackhawks. Devils down 3-2, less than 4 minutes left in the third period. Stefan Noesen finds Simon Nemec for the goal. Game goes to overtime. 3.5 minutes into the extra period, Jacob Markstrom sends it to Nemec, who fires it in for his 3rd goal and the game winner. Devils get the win 4-3. All right, Giants' new interim head coach Mike Kafka held his first official practice yesterday after the firing of Brian Daboll. Kafka also made his first major decision. He announced that quarterback Jameis Winston is going to start because Jackson Dart is still injured with that concussion. That game will be Sunday at home against the Green Bay Packers. The move bypasses former backup quarterback Russell Wilson, who struggled last week when he came in to face the Bears. Kafka and Winston spoke about the decision.
I got a good feel for those guys. I think Jameis did a heck of a job. He's a great leader. He has a lot of production in this league, and I think he's going to do a great job leading that group.
I'm just taking it one day at a time, one play at a time, and I'm encouraging everyone else, just do your best. Like, that's all the fans want. The fans just want us to come out there and do our very best.
Now, you may know that Kafka was the offensive coordinator. He moved up to head coach on an interim basis, so they named tight ends coach Tim Kelly to be the team's new offensive coordinator. Kafka, however, will continue to call plays. Kickoff for Sunday's game is at 1 o'clock, and you can see it right here on Fox 5. Meanwhile, you can catch on Fox 5 the Jets in New England tonight. Well, the Jets are trying to extend their win streak to 3 straight games. The first-place Patriots are on a 7-game win streak. The Jets will be without star wide receiver Garrett Wilson due to a knee injury. Of course, once again, you can catch it all right here on Fox 5, starting with the pregame show. Tina Cervasio and company will be right here at 7:30 before kickoff.
Very exciting.
All right, when we come back, it's always a magical experience that brings spellbinding moments.
We're talking about Disney on Ice, right? It is back at UBS Arena, and guess who is on the ice? Or maybe they didn't let him on the ice. Oh, wait, you are on the ice, Ryan Christopher.
Yes, good morning, Rosanna and Curt. We are here at UBS Arena for Disney on Ice. We have a little aura here from Moana 2, one of the new shows that you can experience here all weekend long on Long Island. We'll be talking all about it and showing you some of the props coming up on Good Day New York. We'll be right back.
We know we can't change everything you don't like about shopping, but here at Stop & Shop, we're going all out to improve what we can.
Thank you.
We've seen you doing finger math in the store, but no more of that. You deserve a better way to save.
Heck yeah, I do.
With over 10,000 items always on sale, it's time we actually loved grocery shopping.
Justin, when was the last time you went on break?
I'm on break right now. With so many ways to save, good things are in store at Stop &
stores.
All right, the weather. A little milder. I think, we're not going to complain about it after what we had the other day.
I know. It's not 78, but,
No.
we'll do it what we can. Right, Audrey?
We're about 30 degrees cooler, but it's still faring better than it was at this time yesterday for sure. Running about 5 to 10 degrees warmer around the tri-state area. It's 48 right now in Central Park, 48 in Hartford, 38 up towards Albany. To our south, we have 48 over towards Philadelphia, and it's 44 down in Atlantic City. A couple of showers are working downwind of the Great Lakes, so you could get clipped here across parts of the Hudson Valley. So you might want to have your umbrella handy if you're heading out at this early hour. But everyone else is relatively dry, but we do have a cloud deck in place. The sun will break through the clouds eventually. By lunchtime, we should see more of it. That will help warm us up close to 50 degrees in many spots. But the winds will continue to be a little bit brisk and coming downwind of the Great Lakes. We could see a few more showers, maybe in the form of snow, maybe some flurries plaguing parts of Sullivan and Ulster County. No accumulation is expected, but you could see a few flakes flying, grazing northern portions of those counties here. Friday morning, we'll wake up with plenty of sunshine, and once again, we'll see the clouds decorating the sky, but we should stay dry. On Saturday, we'll start off really nice, too. If you have any plans, you want to get outdoors, Saturday you can do it, but Saturday night, different story. We have a front coming into our direction. The clouds will increase by the afternoon, and the rain should hold off until the evening. So if you have Saturday night plans, be aware that we will have scattered showers rolling through the region. Today, we're looking at a high of 51 in the city. We'll have 50s across Long Island, some 40s up towards the north, like in Poughkeepsie and Monticello. 38 will be tonight's low in Central Park, 40 down the shore in Belmar. And tomorrow, it will still be windy, and we'll have a high of about 49 degrees. Increasing clouds on Saturday. Rain holds off until probably after sunset, and then we have lingering showers very early on Sunday. Most of Sunday will be dry. The rain should be done by like 8 or 9 a.m., and then the sun will come through to warm us up to 59 degrees. That sounds nice. Let's head over to Christina now and see how nice your commute is going.
That's funny. That's a funny joke, Audrey. It's not nice at all this morning. It's awful, especially if you need to commute on the Gowanus or the BQE. The outbound Gowanus, we have this crash right by the Gowanus Canal that's still taking out at least one lane. We had a secondary accident in that same area, so things are not looking good because the delay is going all the way back onto the BQE. Traffic moving towards me on this screen, okay? That's traffic moving towards the area of the accident. But this is only by the Brooklyn Bridge. The delay goes all the way back past the LIE, so the BQE is not looking good into this, the Gowanus. It's going to take you a very long time to get past that accident scene. Now, here's a George Washington Bridge right above the green sign. We did have an accident. It just cleared, but it doesn't matter because now the upper level of the George is an hour. Lower level is about 30 minutes. Lincoln Tunnel's 45. Holland is 30 to 40. I'm sorry. Alternate side of the street parking rules. They are in effect this morning. Curt and Rosanna, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Christina. Shall we talk about Disney on
Let's
Ice?
do it.
Okay, it is returning to the UBS Arena this weekend with a brand new show.
It's an all-star cast which features more than 50 beloved Disney characters and high-flying performances. Good day's Ryan Christopher. If there's ice to be skated on, he's your man. He's at UBS Arena this morning with a little help. Is that keeping you balanced?
I don't know what it's doing, Curt. I look like an idiot. I understand that, but I feel like one of the Islanders right now. I just need a hockey stick, but we are joined by Vienna from Disney on Ice. Vienna, thanks so much for hanging out with us on Good Day.
Thanks for coming.
Of course, we got to talk about this because you're from Canada originally.
Yes.
So did you grow up with ice skates
Yes.
as a baby?
I grew up learning to ski, and then my mom put me in skating, and then I really wanted to play hockey, but then they showed me a sparkly dress, and I was instantly in love with figure skating.
And now you're in the show. You guys get to travel all around the world. What does it mean for you skaters who get to travel the world, but skating here in New York City, specifically at UBS Arena? Talk to us about the excitement for that. I know you guys had some amazing shows last night, and there's like 5 or 7 more
shows.
9 more shows.
9 more shows.
The fun don't stop. You got shows tonight all through Sunday, multiple shows here at UBS Arena. So how you guys feeling?
I love traveling. I love seeing new places. I really like going into the city. This is especially special for me because my grandparents traveled all the way from Latvia this week, so they are here to watch my shows as well.
No kidding. This is going to be so amazing for your grandparents. I'll hand the prop over to you because you're the true professional.
I'll put it
on.
on.
So let's talk about the props here in the show.
Yes.
It's exciting because we see that from Moana 2. This is the first time that Moana 2 and Inside Out 2, two of Disney's newest movies, now already on the ice. Talk to us about bringing that to life in some of these props.
So this is Moana's oar. She travels with it all through Moana 2 and the Moana segment, and she uses it as a prop, and it's really fun. And then I'll show you some more of these props. So this is an accordion.
What?
It's from the Toy Story segment, actually.
No way.
And it's the live music as Woody and Jessie skate through Woody's Roundup.
So cool.
Yeah.
And we just saw the new trailer for Toy Story 5, which I know fans are super
Yes,
excited for, so
that
that's
one's
exciting.
coming out.
I was mentioning having a hockey stick, which
Yes.
it seems you found here. Did
Yes.
you steal that from one of the Islanders backstage or what?
No, but we should have.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
This is the hockey stick from Inside Out. It is used when they play the hockey game in Inside Out, and they actually use it on the balls.
No way.
They hit the balls, and then they shoot and they score.
That's
through
awesome.
the goal.
So it's
Yeah,
a full
it's
fan
really cool.
experience. And
Yes.
in that it is also the holiday season, we got to talk
Yes.
about a little sing-along that we have here.
Yes.
For the first time ever here at UBS Arena for
Yeah.
Disney on Ice. Talk to us a little bit about that, how we can get in the holiday spirit.
Yeah, so in the holiday pre-show, it's about 11 minutes long, and it's Olaf's sing-along.
Oh.
So he comes out and he takes us through a bunch of Christmas songs, and it's a sing-along. And actually, one of our helpers have a microphone, and they pick a person in the audience, and we can actually hear the person in the audience sing backstage.
So it could be you, all right? So get your kids, your grandkids, whatever it may be, come on down to UBS Arena. Vienna, you mind showing off a little bit for Curt and Rosanna in
Yeah,
the studio?
sure.
I'm going to get out of the way because let's let the real pro shine right here. There she is, Vienna, all the way from Canada, coming here to New York City, UBS Arena. She'll be here all weekend long. Just a little something for you. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Curt and Ro, we'll send it back on into you. I won't try to attempt to do the same, don't you worry. So, well, much more here at Disney on Ice coming up all morning long here on Good Day.
Let a pro handle it. Thank you, Ryan.
She makes it look so easy.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yeah, not you, Ryan. All right, still ahead. The hottest new country song is stirring up a big debate. We'll tell you why.
Plus, the holiday season is just around the corner. We're talking turkey and looking at the growing trend to skip turkey as the main entree this Thanksgiving.
Right here, right now. Rosanna Scotto, Curt Menefee. Let's have a good day, New York.
All righty, check it out. That guy's got shorts on. We got a windy day today, highs around 50. Audrey is here, and she'll have some details for you.
Federal workers are expected back to work today. This after the government ended its shutdown. We'll tell you when SNAP benefits and other government services are expected to be back to normal.
Also, what the end of the shutdown means for air travel, as many people hit the airports hoping to see an end to those mass cancellations and delays.
Sean Diddy Combs expected to spend more time behind bars. We'll tell you why the disgraced music mogul's release from prison has reportedly been pushed back.
And the Powerball jackpot is getting bigger. Nobody won the big prize last night. Check your tickets, though. Somebody in Jersey won $1 million.
All right, so we're getting closer. Mega Millions, someone in Long Island won $3 million.
Yes.
But no one won the big one. Last night, someone Powerball in New Jersey won $1 million, but no one won the big one.
Okay.
We're getting close.
All right. Fingers crossed. It could be one of us. Good Day, New York, Thursday, November 13th. I'm Rosanna Scotto.
I'm Curt Menefee. Maybe it'll be all of us.
Wouldn't that be nice?
We're going together.
You know what? We have to talk to Christina Staffo. Because she's filling in for Inez.
And that's her responsibility.
That is her responsibility.
We're breaking news to her.
Anyway, it's good to see Christina and always Audrey. Nice to see you.
Nice to see both of you, too. And the weather's starting to get a little bit nicer as well. I'm going to back it up just a few frames here, because we are experiencing temperatures that are pretty nice this morning. We've mostly been in the 40s across the region. Looking at our future cast, we'll see that we do have a couple of showers that could plague portions of the Hudson Valley this morning. That's what we're seeing already here on the map. So you might need your umbrella handy around northern portions of, let's say, Ulster County, Sullivan County, maybe even bleeding into, let's see, Pike County in Pennsylvania, too. So a quick moving shower this morning is possible north of I-80, but gradually we're going to see the sun break through the cloud cover, and we should see mostly sunny skies, especially across central and southern New Jersey. Off to the north, though, you'll still have some cloud cover lingering and the chance for maybe a spot shower. But overall, a pretty decent day after we get through the morning clouds and spotty showers. Tonight will go mostly clear. Tomorrow we'll start out with plenty of sunshine once again, and we could see a few clouds decorating the sky, but I don't think we'll see much in the way of rainfall. Saturday, different story. We'll start out with plenty of sunshine. It'll be dry for most of the day, but now we're going to increase our chances of rain, and those come in on Saturday night. So if you have Saturday night plans, be aware that you may need your umbrella handy. We're looking for a high of 51 today. Tomorrow it's still windy with a high of 49. Watch out for those late night showers on Saturday. They linger into the first part of Sunday. Let's bring in Christina Staffo now and get a check of the traffic. Hello.
Hey, Audrey. Okay, so we got good news and we have bad news about the Gowanus Expressway. Good news is that this accident that happened outbound at the Gowanus Canal is now gone. However, the delay is all the way back onto the BQE, past the LIE, into the area of Queens Boulevard. So things are not looking good. It's going to take you a really long time to get past that. Now, let's take a look here. It's the Van Wyck Expressway northbound at Jewel Avenue. You can see an accident off on the side. Everyone needs to slow down and take a look to see what's going on. So you're going to run into those delays as well. And here's the LIE at the Grand Central. You know, always a parking lot in both directions. Nothing new there. We have the GWB still running along with an hour delay into the upper level because of an earlier incident. The lower is 30 to 40. It's about 30 to 40 at the Lincoln and Holland. Alternate side is in effect today. Rosanna and Curt, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Christina. Well, after an historic government shutdown, federal employees are expected back to work today.
All right, good sign. This after President Trump signed the spending bill passed by the House yesterday. Jessica Formoso joins us with the very latest this morning. I'm sure lots of people are looking forward to have a paycheck.
Oh, absolutely. I think millions of Americans woke up this morning happy to hear the news. Good morning, Curt and Rosanna. It is finally over, but it was a close one. The House squeaked through the funding bill with a final vote of 222 to 209. 6 Democrats crossed party lines voting yes, while 2 Republicans voted no. President Trump signing the bill late last night, reopening the government after 43 days of it being closed. The shutdown caused financial stress for millions of Americans, including federal workers who went without paychecks for weeks. The main reason why the government shut down was over health care. Democrats wanted to extend Obamacare tax credits for about 22 million Americans, fearing those credits, which expire in January, they think the premiums will skyrocket. After hours of debate, primarily about extending the health care insurance subsidies, the House passed the bill without that measure.
We will continue to fight to lower the high cost of living. House Democrats will continue to fight to address the health care crisis that Republicans have created. And House Democrats will continue to fight to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits for tens of millions of Americans. This fight is not over.
This cost the country $1.5 trillion, this little excursion that they took us on. Republicans never wanted a shutdown and voted 15 times for a clean continuation of funding. Yet the extremists in the other party insisted on creating the longest government shutdown in American history, and they did it purely for political reasons.
So what's in the bill that ended the shutdown? The bill funds 3 annual spending bills and extends the rest of the government funding through January 30th. The federal workers who were fired will be reinstated and will be protected against further layoffs through January. It guarantees they get paid once the shutdown is over. The question now is, when will they see that money? In the past, it has taken about a week for unpaid workers to receive back pay. SNAP benefits have now been restored, allowing payments to resume. A spokesperson for the program says the funds could be available upon the government reopening within 24 hours for most states. We spoke with Diana Ramos, an activist with Urban Justice and a SNAP recipient.
Having the SNAP benefits fully funded, especially, coming into the holiday season, and so many are up in arms, everything's so up in the air with finances and things. It's really good to hear the government is, obviously opening up, and that SNAP will be fully funded for December, because that's a awful lot of our heads. That's a release.
A huge relief for 42 million Americans who rely on SNAP. Now, when it comes to the health care tax credits, Democrats have introduced a discharge petition to try to force a vote in the coming weeks to extend subsidies for another 3 years. Some Republicans have suggested that they could be open to a 1-year extension. Republicans have promised a vote in mid-December. Now, remember, this spending bill funds the government through January 30th, some fearing that we could be back at the same table in a few months.
Let's hope not. Maybe they learned something.
I think so. I hope so.
We say that every time, though.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Jessica.
Of course, the end of the shutdown means things are going to slowly turn around at the airport, we hope.
We hope. Good days, Briella Tomasetti at LaGuardia. Have they?
Curt and Rosanna, almost back to business as usual. I mean, passengers that are walking through the doors right here and then looking at the flight boards, there are 2 cancellations. Everything else is on time. So a lot of people are really relieved to see that. But of course, it'll take some time before things get completely back to normal. Yesterday, we had 43 canceled flights here at LaGuardia, which was a lot better than the day before. We saw 140 cancellations, and flight reductions will stay in place for now. The FAA does say, though, that air traffic controllers are coming back to work, which is a really good sign because they can keep things as they are. They won't have to raise those reductions any higher, and there's no need for any additional cuts. So, yes, passengers are breathing that sigh of relief, but they also came in this morning prepared. During all of this?
Not really. I actually just flew about 2 weeks ago.
And it was all right, but things really got bad the last week.
Oh, yeah, it didn't really affect me. I got insurance for everything. I guess I'm just careful.
I think it's it's really great because I have a conference, I'm going for IMA Student Leadership Conference, and it's really great because I was worried if I'll be able to make it or not.
Flight reductions had initially been slated to rise to 10% by tomorrow. The agency will continue reducing flights by 6% for now, of course, for safety. Thousands of flights have been canceled since the FAA restrictions went into effect last Friday. The crisis peaked on Sunday when about 1 in 10 scheduled flights didn't take off, making it the 4th worst day of the year for flight cancellations. There is currently a shortfall of about 3,000 air traffic controllers, leaving the remaining workers working long and stressful hours. The shutdown increased the pressure on those controllers who are considered essential and required to work despite not being paid.
Air traffic controllers are required to be fit for duty. So these men and women have to decide and make these decisions. Am I ready and up to the task today, or do I fulfill my obligation to sick out?
What's really important for us is getting back to business. And what I mean by that is Thanksgiving is coming up. It's go time for us.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is coming up. It's going to be busy, and hopefully things are back to normal by then. But again, airlines' reduced schedules won't immediately bounce back. You've got to take that into account if you're traveling. And as for those air traffic controllers, U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says they should receive at least 70% of their missed pay within 48 hours of the government reopening, which happened last night. So that process should Rosanna already be in place. We're live at LaGuardia. We'll send it back to you.
Okay, good. We want to see everybody get paid. Thank you so much, Briella. President Trump, meanwhile, is trying to get Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pardoned in his long-running corruption trial. The president sent a letter to Israel's President Isaac Herzog saying the case against Mr. Netanyahu was, quote, political, unjustified prosecution. Mr. Netanyahu is facing several charges, including fraud and accepting bribes in 3 separate cases. He's accused of exchanging favors with wealthy political supporters. President Herzog says that he would like to see a settlement reached between Mr. Netanyahu and the prosecutors.
Back here, Cleveland Guardians pitcher Luis Ortiz appeared in a Brooklyn federal court and pleaded not guilty. That happened yesterday to charges connected to the Major League Baseball betting scandal. He, along with teammate Emmanuel Clase, are accused of taking bribes from sports bettors to make sure the outcome of prop bets on pitches they threw worked out in their favor. Ortiz remains free on a $500,000 bond. Clase is due in court today. And it looks like Sean Diddy Combs will be spending a little more time in prison than originally expected.
Well, his release date has now been pushed back by nearly a month, according to the Federal Bureau of Prison Inmate Records. He was originally set to be released on May 8th, 2028, but the records reportedly now show he will be released on June 4th of that year. Not clear exactly why the date was pushed back, but it comes after reports that he violated multiple prison rules since being behind bars. Diddy was initially sentenced to 50 months in prison last month on 2 prostitution-related convictions.
Well, the Powerball jackpot is going up again after no one matched all the numbers in last night's drawing. But one lucky ticket sold in New Jersey did win a big prize of $1 million. Last night's winning numbers, in case you want to check, were 29, 39, 43, 51, 65, and the Powerball was 23. The jackpot now for Saturday's drawing is $546 million, or $255 million for the cash option in Powerball. And keep in mind, Mega Millions happens tomorrow. It's $965 million.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whew.
Take your choice.
We got $2 in that dream, for sure.
There you go. When we come back, some police officers in New Mexico brought home the bacon. Literally.
Okay, and in the 9 o'clock, Stephen Lang is here. He's reprising his role as the prophet Samuel in House of David Season 2, now streaming with a Wonder Project subscription on Amazon Prime. We're going to talk to Stephen Lang in the 9 o'clock hour.
Well, things went hog wild during this police chase. Footage shows that police officers from Albuquerque, New Mexico, chasing a loose pig in the middle of a highway. The police department said in a Facebook post that they were able to safely detain the pig, which is currently being held at a local shelter. And during the process, despite all this running around and trying to trap it on the side of a highway, nobody was hurt. And the pig is safe. Everybody's.
The pig will live a long life, you think?
Well, I don't know about a long life, but it won't get hit by a car. That's the one good thing.
The pig obviously wanted to get
freedom.
Yes.
Freedom.
We all know about freedom, Audrey Puente.
We like it, don't we? Yes, for sure. All right, folks, let's talk about temperatures this morning. We had 45 degrees out towards East Hampton, 49 in Islip, 48 in Central Park. So we're starting off a little bit better today than we did yesterday and surely since the day before, too. Temperatures are running about 5 to 10 degrees milder than they were at this time yesterday, so we know we have some marked improvement here. Our wind speeds a little bit breezy at times right now in the city, although I have seen wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. That will be the trend as we move along through the rest of our Thursday. So it'll be windy and kind of more chilly in the shade today. You want to walk on the sunny side of the street. We're not seeing much of that right now because we do have a cloud deck in place. It's coming in ahead of some showers that are kind of working their way downstate into parts of the Poconos, heading towards the Catskills. So you could get a brief shower over the next hour or so as this passes through. But then we do expect drier weather as we move along through the rest of the day. And in fact, the sun is expected to break through too. So that will help warm us up nicely once it comes through. And we should get close to 50 degrees in many spots. Here it plays out in our future cast. Some of those showers coming downwind of the Great Lakes will continue to plague parts of the Hudson Valley, but I think everyone else should stay dry today. And then tonight we'll go mostly clear, and we'll start off with sunshine for your Friday. Friday, less of a chance of a rain shower. We'll have a mixed sky throughout the rest of the afternoon. Temperatures will actually take a little bit of a dip tomorrow with highs mostly in the middle to upper 40s. Then as we go into Saturday, we're going to start out with sunshine across the region, and much of the day, in fact, the entire daytime hour period will be dry. It's the evening that we're a little bit concerned about. We'll have clouds rolling in late in the day. There's a front coming in from the west, and that will squeeze out showers across our region, let's say after about 8 or 9 o'clock on Saturday night. So if you have plans, be aware of that. 50s for our high temperatures in and around Long Island and most of New Jersey today. Tonight we drop back to 38 in the city with mostly clear skies. Still windy tomorrow. We'll see sunny skies with a high of only 49. Some showers roll in late on Saturday, really once after the sun sets. And then on Sunday, we'll have an early shower before 8 or 9 o'clock, and then the sun comes out, and that will help warm us up close to 60 degrees in the city. We'll likely hit 60 in New Jersey. All right, let's head over to Christina now and see how it looks for the roads. It's been really problematic today, hasn't it?
It's been very busy, Audrey. And good morning, everyone. So we're going to look at something new first here. It's the Bronx River Parkway, and it's going to be the southbound side at 177th Street, where we do have a disabled vehicle. It's off on the side. Everyone's rubbernecking, though, so we are seeing those heavy delays. Now, behind me here is the Van Wyck. You can see the flashing lights here on the bottom of your screen. It's the northbound side by Jewel. We have an incident involving a box truck off on the side. Again, rubbernecking delays really messing up that roadway. The FDR Drive here in the 70s. It's crowded, but it's moving. The northbound side definitely seems heavy. And the GWB. I'm showing you this because to the upper level, still around an hour. So keep that in mind. Lower is about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, about the same at the Lincoln and Holland alternate side of the street parking rules. They're in effect today. Curt and Rosanna.
All right. Thank you, Christina. The autonomous car company Waymo expanding its service.
The driverless vehicle will be picking up passengers at San Jose, California's International Airport and then taking them on the freeways. For now, it's only a test run. A few travelers have a few things to say about a ride share with no driver behind the wheel.
It just felt weird to not have a person in there.
I'm not a fan of the autonomous vehicle. I prefer to keep people employed.
I think on the freeway, it's just more dangerous. There's something about having a human being behind the wheel.
Well, Waymo is also creating a 260-plus square mile service area across San Jose, California, and it includes travel on the freeways. And those people were skeptical, but, you know, I'm in L.A. for the football show.
Person, right?
Each and every week, they're all over L.A. And lots of people there that I've talked to that take it, love it, especially women. They feel safer than getting in a car with an Uber driver.
Do you think it could work in New York City, though?
I think New York's too much stop and start, I think. And people crossing the street and all that. Because the vehicles, I don't think, you know, knock on wood, it wouldn't cause an accident, but a stop and start.
What about the e-bikes?
That's got nothing to do with this story. Where'd that come from?
Well, because they're in and out of the cars.
Oh, you mean that the cars would cause problems?
Yeah.
I thought you were asking me what I thought about the e-bikes.
No.
I think just all the stuff in front of it,
yeah.
because it stops as soon as it sees something right in front of it. Well, people are always within a foot. Bikes, passengers or people walking.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be hard to do in the city for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sounds interesting.
We'll find out how the experiment goes.
I know.
5G cell service has now arrived on the G train.
All right, AT&T and Bolden Networks announcing that 5G service now available along the G line between Court Square in Queens and the Bedford Nostrand Avenue station in Brooklyn. Service has also been activated on the Joralemon Street tunnels, which serve the 4 and 5 lines between the Bowling Green station in Manhattan and Borough Hall in Brooklyn. All right, coming up, it's getting harder to differentiate real music from AI.
In fact, one AI-generated song, the one you're hearing now, is on top of the country charts here in the United States. We'll tell you how the music world is reacting to the success of the song. It's called Walk My Way by Breaking Rust.
Yeah, Walk My Walk, I think. Anyway, the lyrics are,
weird.
Iffy.
Yeah.
Right. If you're heading out the door, you don't have to miss a moment of Good Day. You can stream us on your phone anywhere. All you have to do is download that Fox Local app. Do you know how easy it is, Kurt?
So tell me, explain it.
All right, you see that QR code? Grab your phone right now.
Okay.
Okay, go to the camera, open it up, and press on the QR code. Download us. It is free.
That's it?
Did I tell you that it's free?
It costs nothing, and
How
is that easy to do?
How many times do I have to tell you it's free?
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
I got weekend plans now.
Good Day's coming right back.
Fox Local.
Alrighty, so there's a new survey and it reveals just how difficult it has become for people to detect music made by artificial intelligence. Remember when we were worried about auto-tune? Now we've got artificial intelligence. The survey conducted by Deezer IPSOS included 9,000 people from 8 different countries. It found 97% of listeners cannot tell the difference between human-composed songs and AI-generated music. What does that say about the new music? Anyway, the survey also shows 73% of respondents want AI-generated tracks to be disclosed or labeled. In response, Spotify says it will encourage artists and publishers to disclose AI use in music. I think that's good.
Encourage, though.
Yeah.
We'll see if they voluntarily do it.
Remember when we worried about auto-tune?
Yeah.
Now we got this.
That's all passé now,
All
right?
Yeah, all right. So this AI music has apparently become so undetectable that for the first time ever, there is a song generated by artificial intelligence that is topping the charts.
It's called Walk My Walk by Breaking Rust. It's the #1 downloaded country song in the country of USA. Good Day's Arthur Chien has the details.
Listen to this.
Been beat down, but I don't stay low. Got mud on my jeans, still ready to go.
What you're listening to here is Billboard's #1 country song in digital sales in America right now. Walk My Walk is the name by Breaking Rust, but it's not its melody or lyrics that's sending shockwaves through the music industry. It's the fact that it's not human at all, but entirely generated by artificial intelligence.
It's really scary.
It's a sobering moment for human musicians and artists, since this is the first time AI's reached the top of a Billboard chart, and other AI songs are climbing Billboard as we speak. As for Walk My Walk, on Spotify alone, it has more than 3.5 million listens, and that's not even Breaking Rust's most popular track. That one's been played more than 4.5 million times. Rocky Ramichandran is the real-life founder of Bespoke music label here in New York. He is, in his own words, shocked.
Art has always been something that humans create through a process. It's, pain or joy or, the experience of life. And to completely remove humans from that and not let anyone know that that's the case is really problematic.
Fox 5 sauntered over to the country music venue in Hell's Kitchen, the Waylands, to see if they're ready to tip their cap to AI-generated music. Chloe Byers herself is a country music artist, part of the duo that goes by Darlin'.
My honest opinion is that I think that it should be banned.
And others, including Eddie, says if it makes it to our ears, we should at least be told that it's AI.
You should be disclosed to the public that, oh, by the way, this wasn't a human being that created this.
But I ain't slowing down, I was born to rise, so kick them rocks if you don't like how I talk.
With no signs of slowing down, at least for the time being, artists may just have to listen to songs like these and kick rocks. Arthur Chien, Good Day, New York.
The other question is, where does the money go? Like, usually there's songwriting, there's publishing, there's the artist. But if AI is doing this, where's it going?
Well, whoever put it through AI, right?
I guess they get it all. All right. Well, much more to come. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg,
Sadly.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, the fight over the Elizabeth Street Garden has been reignited after the Adams administration designated the space in Soho a city parkland.
Well, the people over there are going to be very happy. Hey, look who's going to be here at 9 o'clock. Benjamin Hollingsworth. He's spreading holiday cheer in a new film. It's called Karen Kingsbury's The Christmas Ring, but perhaps you know him from The Virgin River, right?
He's very popular on that very popular show.
All right, Benjamin is coming up at 9. weekday in New York City on the Upper East Side. 8:30 in the morning, people going to work or school. Or maybe just going for a walk.
Exactly. It's a nice day to just get outside. The sun's supposed to come out a little bit later on. Temperature's going to get into the 50s today. It'll be windy, but it's certainly better than it has been the last few days. It is 8:31 on this Thursday, which means tomorrow is Friday.
Wait a second. You know what we do at Friday at 8:30?
Well, tell us again, because my memory's short.
Wow. Well, we have a tradition around here.
Okay.
And at 8:30 on Friday, every Friday, we play that song, Native New Yorker.
Okay. No, tomorrow's Friday, so we're going to play it then?
Yes, and you know what we do? We sing, we dance, we try to get you to sway and do things.
Emphasis on the word try, yes. Yeah. But we want you at home to celebrate in whatever manner you would like to. And record it. And then use that QR code to send it right to us. It's that simple. Maybe you can be chosen as our Native New Yorker of the day because we choose someone each and every Friday. We take the video, we name you, you get to show off in front of your friends, you get to be on TV.
Wow.
And everybody's happy.
That is going to be so much fun, and you never know who's going to get the, pleasure of being on Good Day New York. And Audrey, I know that you are going to bring a little something extra maybe tomorrow.
I may. There's a rumor has it. I may have something in my locker here that may be able to be used during Dance Friday. We'll see. We'll see. Tomorrow,
let's
wait till Friday.
That's a tease.
Wait till Friday. We'll see what I can find in my locker here. All right, folks. We're going to talk about Thursday. That's today, and we are going to see the sun make an appearance. Right now, we do have some clouds in place. There's a couple of showers, but we do expect to see some sunshine later this afternoon. Now, it's still windy. We'll have wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour right through the rest of the day, but it will stay mostly dry for the rest of the week until the weekend. That's when we're going to see showers rolling back into the picture here. 48 right now in Central Park. It's just under 50 in Islip, 46 in Bridgeport. Not a bad start. Pretty decent temperatures, and they're better than yesterday. We were running about 5 to 10 degrees warmer right now. The winds are still coming out of the southwest. That's a nice direction for us. However, they are gusting to 30 miles per hour, so it will feel a little bit brisk in the shade today. So walk on the sunny side of the street once we see more sunshine. We're getting a couple of showers working downstate from the Great Lakes, so watch out for a spotty shower here across parts of Sussex County up towards Sullivan and Ulster County. Not all of this is reaching the ground, but you may catch one of those as this passes through shortly. Everything will kind of move offshore, and we'll be left with a mix of sun and clouds today. That sunshine should help warm us up to 51 degrees. It's still windy tomorrow, a little bit cooler, and then on Saturday, the daytime hours just fine, so if you have plans, you should be okay. Saturday night, different story. We have scattered showers expected for Saturday night. They should clear the area by, let's say, 7 or 8 a.m. on Sunday, so most of Sunday will also be okay. And once the sun comes through, it's going to warm us up to 60 degrees inland, possibly 59 in the city, but overall, it'll be the warmest day of this week. All right, let's bring in Christina Staffa now and see how it looks for the commute this morning.
All right, Audrey, and good morning, everyone. We've had a really rough morning so far this morning, and we still have a lot of things that are going on. So let's talk about the Bronx River Parkway, the southbound side at 177th Street. There's a crash in the process of being cleared away. Everything seems to be off on the shoulder, but still, you're going to be hitting a delay. Now, I'm bringing you back to the George Washington Bridge because the upper level, still around an hour. Lower level is still going to be around 30 minutes, but on the northbound 95 express lanes now, right by Route 4, we have a stalled out tractor trailer, so that's going to affect you as you're making your way into the area. Lincoln Tunnel, the Helix, bumper to bumper, that's 40 minutes. The Holland Tunnel is going to be 40 from 1 and 9, about 20 from the Turnpike extension. Alternate side of the street parking rules, they are in effect today. Curt and Rosanna, back to you.
All right, thank you so much. So Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani is busy building his team to take over City Hall.
But there's still a big question when it comes to one position in particular, the job of police commissioner. Robert Moses joins us with what we know about the situation involving current Commissioner Jessica Tisch. Robert.
Yeah, Curt and Rosanna, 7 weeks to go until the swearing in of Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani, and he will be in Flatbush this morning talking about child care and taking questions from reporters. No doubt some of those questions will center around Jessica Tisch. The mayor-elect, of course, campaigned on a promise to deliver free child care regardless of income. He sat 2 seats away from Governor Kathy Hochul at an Urban League ribbon-cutting ceremony in Harlem yesterday. Their first time together since Hochul over the weekend cast doubt on Mamdani's plans to make buses here in the city free. Mamdani continues to assemble a team that he hopes will help him make good on his campaign commitments. Sources say he does have a meeting scheduled with Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch, quote, soon. Notably, she still has not accepted his offer to stay on.
I look forward to that conversation and telling you exactly how it went.
The mayor-elect did not say if he would direct the NYPD to arrest Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu if Netanyahu visits New York on the day of Mamdani's swearing in. Indeed, Mayor Eric Adams and Republican City Councilwoman Ina Vernikov have invited Netanyahu to the city on that day, essentially daring Mamdani to arrest Netanyahu. Mamdani vowed to do exactly that for alleged war crimes in Gaza if Netanyahu ever sets foot in the city under his watch. He later walked that threat back a bit and promised to merely explore all of his legal options.
I think that other elected officials are free to travel or write to foreign leaders. My focus is on the work of New York City.
Mamdani plans to reach out to President Donald Trump before he takes office. That conversation assumes added urgency, considering a Bloomberg report that aides to the president have been discussing federal funds for New York City in light of Mamdani's victory. At the White House, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt was asked about Mamdani's intentions to reach out to the president.
It's the first time I'm hearing of it. I'll let the president respond himself to that comment by Mr. Mamdani.
Mayor Adams criticized Mamdani yesterday for not attending a memorial service marking 24 years since the crash of American Airlines Flight 587 in Belle Harbor, Queens. The mayor told the Post, quote, "There's symbolism to this job," but the mayor himself actually skipped this memorial service back in 2022 because he was attending the annual Somos conference in Puerto Rico. Rosanna, back to you.
Okay, thank you for that update, Robert. Meanwhile, the Adams administration designated the Elizabeth Street Garden as city parkland, which means it will most likely never be developed. The move comes after Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani said during the campaign that the land in Soho should be developed. The Adams administration brokered a deal with City Councilman Christopher Marte. In exchange for protecting the garden, they would develop 3 additional affordable housing sites on Gold, Bowery, and Suffolk Streets. In response, Open New York, which fights for affordable housing, released a statement saying, with this disgraceful final act, the Adams administration is once again prioritizing elite comfort over affordable homes for vulnerable elderly people. Eric Adams' time in City Hall may be over, but this fight is not. In 2026, Open New York will be working with Mayor Mamdani, Governor Hochul, and the state legislature to undo this pathetic lame duck move. There is no word right now from Mamdani's people. And the New York State Board of Regents wants students to know how to handle their money before they graduate.
The board adopted a new graduation requirement in personal finance that is set to begin in the next school year. Topics include budgeting, saving, investing, and managing debt. Lessons should also help kids understand credit, the pitfalls of debt, the impact of taxes on take-home pay, and insurance policy. The Daily News reports the new instructional requirement is coinciding with the launch of a $25 million youth financial literacy initiative here in New York City.
All right, when you think of Thanksgiving dinner, turkey, of course, is the star of the meal, but many are now opting to ditch the bird altogether.
Yeah, good day's Jody Goldberg shows us why turkey-less Thanksgivings are becoming a new holiday tradition.
Well, some spend Thanksgiving Day basting birds ahead of the big feast. Others are starting to say the bird's not the word.
I'm not a turkey person. I like vegetables and I like all the sides.
I'm used to having turkey on Thanksgiving.
What's on your Thanksgiving table?
Oh, well, we do an Italian Thanksgiving, and it's usually Nazi pasta, and then a pasta dish, and then the traditional American with turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, and all the good things like that.
No one likes turkey. It's dry and gross. Scroll through social media, and you'll see turkeyless Thanksgivings trending. For some family, the bird's been benched, and it's a whole lot cleaner without it.
No turkey. My father-in-law hates turkey and chicken, and there'll be none. So we're doing eggplant parmesan.
It's a hard no. Always turkey on Thanksgiving.
At Zorn's and Bethpage, it's business as usual when it comes to the birds. They've taken several hundred orders already. Proof that for many, there's no substitute for the star of the spread.
The phones are busy.
Zorn's and Bethpage, how can I help you?
We're knee-deep taking turkey orders.
The USDA's Economic Research Service says fewer Americans are carving into turkey these days. Some blame higher prices and outbreaks. Others are pointing to changing diets. Would you ever ditch the turkey?
Maybe. Depends on who I'm having over.
So whether you're skipping stuffing or sticking to the staples, some say don't mess with tradition.
Everybody has turkey on Thanksgiving. I like the turkey, the traditional one.
I'm a turkey person.
And others say it's the company that counts.
Would Thanksgiving be Thanksgiving without turkey?
Yeah, it would be. As long as I have my family with me, yeah.
Jody Goldberg, Good Day, New York.
To each his own.
Yeah, it's like you choose whatever you want. If you want turkey, have it. If you don't, don't. That's simple. When we come back, we'll talk about one city company using advanced science and technology to help people unlock their potential.
All righty. Plus, Tashani Whitlow is going to introduce us to the man behind Midtown Biohack. Have you heard about this? Do we need this? We're going to find out coming up.
New York City is delivering for you every day, everywhere. Major crime is down citywide. A record number of new homes have been created, and a brand new universal after-school program is available for our kids. With safer streets and thriving small businesses, NYC is delivering for families, making this the best place to raise yours. Find out more at deliveringforyou.nyc.
Well, the Midtown Wellness Center is using a unique system to help optimize your brain and performance across all dimensions of life.
All right, do we want to know about this? Good Day Wake Up anchor Tashani Whitlow looking into it. What's going on? We do?
Yes.
Is it not too much information?
No, it's not. The schedule between you two is just insane. So this is actually perfect for you. What if I told you? You at home. Okay, there you are. What if I told you I could cut your workout down to 15 minutes a week? And you're in, right? See, I knew you would be. You could still build muscle and tone your body. Most folks would say, you sound crazy. Well, Midtown Biohack is where science meets strategy. They're helping people reclaim their time and boost their performance. High above Manhattan's busy streets, Midtown Biohack is revolutionizing workouts.
Keep working, keep working, keep working.
Claiming just 15 minutes replaces a full week's workout.
This really fit into my life and my schedule. Obviously, we had to prepare for this wedding.
The couple married in Italy over the summer. Both say they gained muscle.
15 minutes a week, once a week, you come on in, get a quick workout in, and results were almost immediate. We had been together for almost 10 years now. She always jokes that I had never had muscles until the past 6 months, so that's definitely some results.
So how does it work?
So we're exhausting you safely with no gravity using machine learning and AI. So in essence, you are getting into a robot. The robot is measuring you and giving you the absolute perfect amount of resistance that you can possibly handle for time. And once we do that, you're done for the day. It sounds crazy, but they used to call science magic. So I think we're kind of back to that loop where they're calling it magic. It isn't, it's just science.
Dr. Chuck Morris, a sports scientist with nearly 3 decades of experience, training everyone from Super Bowl champions to Olympic gold medalists to C-suite executives to parents, is highly sought out and once served as the health coach for Philadelphia. Created the Wellness and Recovery Program.
Good work. Get your form back. Drop those shoulders down. Good.
Each week, competing against yourself.
You pushing real weight went up by 39% compared to day one.
Dr. Chuck also uses EMS, electrical stimulation. It works by using electrical impulses to cause muscle contractions, which can help build muscle strength, endurance, and a more toned body, according to Dr. Chuck.
The EMS is one of the tools we use to help DJ Envy on his knee. We want the nerve signal to tell your body to move again. We want that nerve signal to tell your body to get out of pain. From that point, then the body can heal and recover faster. And then once we heal and recover, we can go to optimizing performance.
Radio personality and best-selling author DJ Envy, once a skeptic, now swears by the program after a knee injury.
Before I couldn't do that. Before I couldn't do this. You know, little things I could not do, but the doctor's making me a believer, so I'm riding out with his routines now.
And so is Green Bay Packers defensive tackle Rashawn Gary.
One thing I want to say that really surprised me and what happened fast is how fast my hips opened up and how I was able to, unlock another level on my squat that I wasn't able to, get to in depth.
We have a protocol called the gray matter recovery, where we're using the gray matter in the brain and nervous system to teach the body how to respond and how to react and how to fully recover well. So we take the robots and the machines that we can make safe, and then we tap into the nervous system with some patented technology to signal to the body to repair faster. So it's a third of the time, even with the recovery.
All right, there you have it. And Recover Faster in the state's only luxury hyperbaric box. It's complete. It has luxury seating, a flat screen TV, and also AC. You can take meetings inside, phone calls. Dr. Chuck is also launching a 12-week fitness challenge with training, recovery, a doctor consultation, custom nutrition plan, and more. So for more information, just head over to our website, fox5ny.com.
Lots of questions. All right, first of all,
I'm going to answer what I can.
Wait, no, you're not Dr. Chuck. But you reported with him.
Yes.
How quickly do you see results? I mean, you're not, you're going to progress as it goes along, but like the first session, you notice a difference? The third session?
Based on that couple, that married couple who got married in Italy, they said they saw results immediately. He mentioned the wife said to him, I never saw you with muscles. We've been dating for 10 years. 6 months in, here you are with muscles. So it really depends on what you're going in there for. Most insurance is accepted if you're going in for more of the wellness, the rehab, the recovery aspect is what they call it. So you have to call. But it really depends.
If insurance does not cover it, how much is it?
You got to call Dr. Chuck and he'll answer those questions for you.
Do you have to do a nutrition program with him, or can you just go in and work out, so to speak?
I believe you can do a combination of the two.
Okay.
We got you covered.
But if you
now,
want
I
to do just
tried to
only
get
one,
Dr. Chuck to come in here because I knew you all would have questions. I wanted him to do a demo for you, but we'll have to do that another time. But I'd love to take you both there if you're interested.
We'll do it in the new year then.
Sure.
Yeah. 15 minutes? 15 minutes? Yeah.
The crunch machine. I want to do the crunch part.
Yeah.
15,000 crunches in like under 10 minutes.
15 minutes once a week?
15 minutes once a week.
And then we can just eat and drink all we want the rest of the week?
I don't know about that. Come on now.
Okay, all right.
It's not magic.
It sounds too good to be true, but I'm intrigued.
Exactly.
I am too.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm interested in anything that involves hacks, right? Because the quick way to get things done. Let's see. Looks pretty interesting. All right, let's take a look at the weather here. We are seeing readings in the 40s and in the upper 30s across the entire Northeast. We're all starting off a bit better than we did at this time yesterday, although there is some rain showers, different from the snow showers we've seen lately or coming across the Great Lakes, but with temperatures like we're experiencing now in the upper 30s and 40s, the moisture is being seen in the form of rain or being found in the form of rain here. So could get clipped with a couple of isolated showers. Not all of this is reaching the ground just yet, but you could get a sprinkle or two across northern New Jersey. But this will fizzle out as it makes its way offshore. High pressure is coming in from the west. It's keeping things quiet to our west, too. No major storm systems in sight here across most of the country. It's really northern California that's experiencing stormy weather there, not only in the form of rain, but also snow in some of the mountaintops there. A look at the futurecast shows that we're going to stay mainly dry for the most part. We'll see the sun breaking through the cloud cover by lunchtime. And this afternoon, we could have a few more clouds and maybe an isolated shower off to the north. That's about it. Tonight, we go mostly clear, and that's how we'll start out our Friday. Plenty of sunshine with a couple of clouds decorating the sky towards the afternoon. Saturday looks good, too. No problems during the daytime hours. It's Saturday night when we'll see the threat of rain showers coming back into the picture, and they will clear the area very early on Sunday morning. So most of your weekend will be dry. Curt and Rosanna, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Audrey. Coming up, Disney on Ice is back at UBS Arena on Long Island, and it's got an all-star cast.
That all-star cast include Ryan Christopher?
I don't know if he's part of the cast, but he's trying. Look.
Listen, I'm not an all-star, but Vienna right here in front of me certainly is. She is one of the talented skaters here with Disney on Ice. We'll be giving you a little preview here live from UBS Arena coming up on Good Day New York.
Vehicles.
Family fun is getting frozen this weekend at UBS Arena as Disney on Ice skates into the holiday season featuring a whole new show.
Iconic Disney characters lacing up their skates once again, including some fan favorites, some new ones too, who will be hitting the ice with the cast for the first time. Ryan Christopher is not one of them, but he's already on the ice at UBS Arena this morning. But listen, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job, Ryan.
Thank you, Rosanna. You know, this is my big audition for Disney on Ice. Just behind us, we have Vienna, all the way from Canada. She is on the worldwide tour right now. And get this, her grandparents just came in town from Latvia, and they're able to see her skate here last night and throughout the weekend. And so can you here at UBS Arena. There are a bunch of shows tonight, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here on Long Island. And right now, we have one of the talented performers. We have the lovely Sammy. Thank you for your time on Good Day, Sammy.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for waking up nice and early for us, and you're showing off some of the lovely costumes that are so beloved by so many Disney fans. So let's talk about it just behind us here. What is this, a little polka dot situation?
Yes.
Is this from Inside Out too, or what?
Yes.
Is it?
Disney on Ice presents Jump In, and Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy will take us on a journey through their magical mouse pad. So this is from our Inside Out 2 segment.
Very nice.
And then this represents all the colors. So it's like anger and joy and fear. Can't exclude anxiety.
Right. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling a little anxious.
Oh, no, pure joy, Sammy. Come on, come on.
Pure joy.
Do you have this in an XL? I feel like this would be perfect on
It
you.
would be perfect on you.
We'll work on that a little bit later. Let's go through some of the other costumes here. I mean, you have something for everybody. Moana 2
Yes.
and Inside Out 2. This is the first time we're
Yes.
seeing this on the ice.
So this is from our Moana 2 segment. This is our bat costume. This is pretty cool. So, like, Matangi comes out and she has her song, and the bats come out and just wait. Like the UV lights go on and this glows up.
So much fun for the whole family.
Yes.
Whether you have kids, grandkids, it's fun for the whole family. So we have a beautiful rack of costumes there. And we also have, I mean, look at this dress right here, huh?
It's built for royalty.
Yes.
So this is from our Frozen segment.
Cool. Now,
This
who do you portray in the show?
I portray Mulan.
Mulan, oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Such a fan favorite, right?
Yeah, so
okay.
we're all dressed for the ball and
Yes.
getting ready for Elsa for her coronation day.
Yeah.
And it's such a fun number.
Look at this. I mean, the costumes, the props, they are next level. Now, you mentioned royalty, Sammy, okay?
Yes.
I don't know if everybody at home is ready for this, but we have the ultimate royalty here.
Yes, we
have
do.
a surprise here on Good Day New York. We have a little friend we got to call in here. Hello, good morning, the one and only Minnie.
Yes.
Minnie, high five. Great to see you on Good Day. Thanks for waking up early. You feeling good today?
She's so ready.
She's so ready?
She put on her best outfit.
Come on now. And of course, she's ready for skating this weekend, right?
Yes, she's so ready.
There you go.
Oh my gosh,
Well, lots
yes.
of love to you, Minnie. High
All the
five one more time.
poses.
Can we blow some kisses for Curt and Rosanna in studio? Lots of love. Here we go. Curt and Ro, we love you. UBS Arena, Disney on Ice is going down all weekend.
Back at Minnie. There we
love
go.
Mickey and Minnie, the best.
Thank you very much, Ryan and Minnie and company.
Fun. Okay, we got to get ready because we have a great 9 o'clock show on Good Day New York. You know him from the Avatar movies. Actor Stephen Lang is here talking about season 2 of The House of David.
And turning up the heat for the holidays, Virgin River star Benjamin Hollingsworth is going to tell us about his new Christmas movie. Plus, we're going to take a trip to Paris for a lesson in dessert. We've got James Beard Award-winning writer Alexandra Crapanzado. She's telling us about her brand new book, Chocolat. That's when Good Day continues.
vehicles.
From Fox 5 New York, this is Good Day New York.
All right, check out Lady Liberty in the New York Harbor this morning. All looks good. We're off to a much more mild start today than, say, Tuesday. We got a little wind, but not quite so bad. Audrey Puente has details for us.
In the news this morning, after 43 days, the historic government shutdown has come to an end. More on the debate in Congress that finally led to this agreement.
Meanwhile, it won't be a quick fix at the airports as flight reductions are expected to remain before operations get back to normal. We'll have all the details for you this morning.
Later on, actor Stephen Lang, well, he's no stranger to playing the bad guy, but he's returning for a much different role for another season of the hit series House of David.
And if you woke up with a sweet tooth, we have a treat for you. Alexandra Crapanzano is here. She's giving us a lesson in dessert decorating Parisian style. She's got a new cookbook called Chocolat.
We've also got Ben Hollingsworth. You know him from the Virgin Rivers series. He's got a new Christmas movie out.
That'll be fun. All right, we're ready for you at 9 o'clock. Good Day New York. I'm Rosanna Scotto.
I'm Curt Menefee, officially 9:01 this morning. Thanks for being with us.
All right, the government, thank goodness, back in business. The nation's longest government shutdown is over this morning after President Trump signed a temporary funding measure into law last night.
The action came after a day of intense debate on Capitol Hill. Good Day's Jessica Formoso joins us right now with what's in the bill and what's not. Jessica.
Yeah, so it was a very long debate, actually. Finally, it is over, and as I said, it was a close one. The House squeaked through the funding bill. The final bill was 222 to 209. 6 Democrats crossed party lines, while 2 Republicans voted no. President Trump signing the bill late last night, reopening the government after 43 days of it being closed. The shutdown caused financial stress for millions of Americans, including federal workers who went without paychecks for weeks. The main reason why the government shut down was over health care. Democrats wanted to extend Obamacare tax credits for about 22 million Americans, fearing once those credits expire, premiums will skyrocket. After hours of debate, primarily about extending the health care insurance subsidies, the House passed the bill without that measure.
We will continue to fight to lower the high cost of living. House Democrats will continue to fight to address the health care crisis that Republicans have created. And House Democrats will continue to fight to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits for tens of millions of Americans. This fight is not over.
This cost the country $1.5 trillion, this little excursion that they took us on. Republicans never wanted a shutdown and voted 15 times for a clean continuation of funding. Yet the extremists in the other party insisted on creating the longest government shutdown in American history, and they did it purely for political reasons.
So what's in the bill that ended the shutdown? The bill funds 3 annual spending bills and extends the rest of the government funding through January 30th. The federal workers who were fired will be reinstated and will be protected against further layoffs through January. It guarantees they get paid once the shutdown is over. The question now is, when will they see that money? In the past, it has taken about a week for unpaid workers to receive back pay. SNAP benefits have now been restored, allowing payments to resume. A spokesperson for the program says the funds could be available upon the government reopening within 24 hours for most states. We spoke with Diana Ramos, an activist with Urban Justice and a SNAP recipient.
Having the SNAP benefits fully funded, especially, coming into the holiday season, and so many are up in arms, everything's so up in the air with finances and things. It's really good to hear the government is, obviously opening up, and that SNAP will be fully funded for December, because that's a awful lot of our heads. That's a release.
A huge relief for 42 million Americans who rely on SNAP. Now, when it comes to the healthcare tax credits, Democrats have introduced a discharge petition to try to force a vote in the coming weeks to extend subsidies for another 3 years. Some Republicans have suggested that they are open to a 1-year extension. Republicans have promised a vote in mid-December. Now, remember, this spending bill funds the government through January 30th. Some fearing, though, we could be back here again in just a few months, which we hope that does not happen.
Well, let's take what we can get. We'll get through the holidays, and then we'll deal with it in the new year.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks,
Knock on
Jessica.
wood. Thank you. All right, the shutdown, yeah, it's over, but the question is, what's going to happen at the airports? Will there still be major delays and cancellations?
It's going to take a little time for many people. Travelers will feel it. There's already flight reductions on today. Briella Tomasetti, LaGuardia Airport. What are you seeing, Briella?
Yes, it's pretty quiet here, Curt and Rosanna. LaGuardia had a much better day yesterday with 43 cancellations. That seems like a lot, but not when you compare it to the 140 cancellations we saw before that. Right now, mostly everything on the flight board says on time, aside from 2 canceled flights a bit later this morning. Now, of course, it's going to take time for things to completely get back to normal, but the FAA says that more air traffic controllers are coming into work. They're going to keep the current reductions in place, but they feel that they don't need to make any more. And passengers we spoke with this morning, they are relieved, but they came in prepared.
I think it's it's really great because I have a conference, I'm going for IMA student leadership conference, and it's really great because I was worried if I'll be able to make it or not.
During all of this?
Not really. I actually just flew about 2 weeks ago.
And it was all right, but things really got bad the last week.
Oh yeah, it didn't really affect me. I got insurance for everything. I guess I'm just careful.
We're really happy to be here with the government back together, and look, it's very peaceful in the airport today.
What's up with your flight? Is it on time?
It's good. It's on time.
I'm really happy it's over. If I make it to Miami, it's a big success.
Did it impact your flying, rather?
I came earlier, just thinking it might be a problem.
So you planned ahead?
I planned ahead.
That's what they say to do. Every day we say it on the news, but do people actually do it? Not always.
It'll pay off when I'm in Miami at 11 o'clock.
Flight reductions had been slated to rise to 10% by tomorrow. The agency will continue reducing flights by 6% for now. Thousands of flights have been canceled since the restrictions went into effect last Friday. The crisis peaked on Sunday when about 1 in 10 scheduled flights didn't take off, making it the 4th worst day of the year for flight cancellations. There's currently a shortfall of about 3,000 air traffic controllers, leaving the remaining workers working long and stressful hours. The shutdown increased the pressure on those workers who are considered essential, and they're required to come in despite not being paid.
Air traffic controllers are required to be fit for duty. So these men and women have to decide and make these decisions. Am I ready and up to the task today, or do I fulfill my obligation to sick out?
What's really important for us is getting back to business. And what I mean by that is Thanksgiving is coming up. It's go time for us.
U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says that air traffic controllers will receive 70% of their pay, at least that, and of their missed pay, I should say, within 48 hours of the government reopening. That already happened last night, so they've got the ball rolling. And as for passengers, if you run into a delay, don't freak out. It is going to gradually get better, hopefully in time for Thanksgiving. But again, we'll keep our fingers crossed. One passenger we spoke with said it best. He said, get that flight insurance, because you never know when something's going to happen. When you don't get it, that's when the problems happen. And when you do, you're usually okay. Just how life works. Rosanna and Curt, back to you.
Oh, you still got to be prepared for anything.
You got to be like the guy who said, it'll be fine when I get to Miami.
Right. Okay.
Eventually. Thank you very much, Briella. If you can't get out of here, it's not too bad. Audrey Puente joins us right now. I mean, compared again the last couple of days,
right.
It's the middle of November, you know?
We're getting there. We are breaking up the chill that we had earlier. It was frigid just 2 days ago, and we are climbing up the thermometer each and every morning. So we're starting off right now in Central Park at 49 degrees. We've already hit 50 in Islip. That's a sign of better weather for this afternoon for us. 39, though, in Monticello, still cool there. It's 48 in White Plains. Same thing down the shore in Belmar. All of these temperatures are running milder than they were at this time yesterday, and we believe the afternoon high temperatures will also be higher than what we experienced on Wednesday. today. Our wind speeds are picking up, though. Right now, they're coming out of the west, running between 10 and 20 miles per hour on average, but some of the gusts are even higher. We're now gusting to 25 in the city, 22 in Poughkeepsie, and we could experience wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. So that will add to the chill factor, even though temperatures are rising nicely. In the shade, it will definitely feel cold. And we're seeing a lot of shade right now because we do have a cloud deck that's in place. There's some showers associated with it, but not all of this is reaching the ground. You could get a sprinkle across northern New Jersey. We do have more substantial rainfall happening across central New York and northeast Pennsylvania and the Poconos, but most of us, again, will stay dry today. High pressure is in control, keeping things pretty quiet across much of the nation. The only big storm system on the map here is heading into northern California, where they're going to experience significant rainfall and even snow in some of the mountains. A look at the futurecast shows not much rainfall as we move along through the day. Again, the sun will break through the clouds, and we should see a good amount of it later this afternoon before it sets this evening. Tonight, we go mostly clear, and that's how we'll start out our Friday. Friday, a lower chance of any rainfall at all, but we will have a mix of sun and clouds as we move along through the day. Saturday looks good, too. If you have any plans for the weekend, Saturday during the daytime hours, just fine. You'll see mostly sunny skies to start. Clouds will increase towards the afternoon, and they're coming in advance of the next front that's approaching. That will squeeze out some showers here for Saturday night. So if you do have plans Saturday night, have your umbrella handy and be prepared for wet weather. Good news, they're going to clear out pretty fast on Sunday morning, so we're going to be able to salvage Sunday pretty good. 51 is the forecast high for today in the park. Tonight we'll drop back to about 38. Still dry tomorrow, but it'll be sunny and windy with a high of 49. Late showers come in Saturday night. They're out of here by Sunday morning. The sun comes through and warms us up to 59, probably 60 across interior New Jersey by then. All right, let's head over to Christina and see how it looks on the roads.
Good morning, Audrey. Good morning, everyone. So we have a couple of things still lingering out there. Let's take a look at the Belt Parkway right by the Verrazano Bridge eastbound. We had a crash. It's actually in the final stages of being wrapped up, but still pretty heavy in that area. We're also seeing some extra volume on the BQE westbound right by Broadway. The right lane's blocked. It's a sewer grate collapse, so emergency activity is tending to that situation. Here's the Gowanus, pretty much from the Belt to the Prospect and beyond. We're seeing this congestion. Normal stuff for this time of morning. And the GWB, of course, we have at least a 40 to an hour delay going inbound of the Georgia, especially to the upper level. Lower level is doing much better, but we are still seeing around a 30-minute delay inbound with the Lincoln and Holland. Alternate side of the street parking rules, they're in effect today. Curt and Rosanna, back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Have you heard about this? The largest great white shark ever recorded in the Atlantic, named Contender, was just spotted off the coast of Atlantic City.
I read about this morning. According to OSearch, Contender has been migrating up the East Coast since January. Now the shark, it weighs over 1,600 pounds, measures 13 feet long. It is heading south to warmer waters for fall migration season. On Tuesday, OSearch pinged Contender several miles off the coast of Atlantic City, likely on its way to Florida with all the other snowbirds. I love it.
Or snow sharks in this case.
There
maybe.
you go.
Wow.
All right, coming up, a young boy is turning his passion for reading into a free platform for people with disabilities.
We're learning more about his service, Audibles with Asher, and just how it's changing lives from our own Crystal Young.
All right, this morning we are introducing you to a kid who took his love of reading and found a way to help people with disabilities stay connected.
5 years ago, Asher Rosenfeld had a great idea that turned into a successful free service. Crystal Young, give us this story. It sounds interesting.
It is interesting. So Asher is now 17. He started this in September of 2020, and he said, I was Zooming all the time anyway, so I just thought, can I use it to do something good? So he partnered with an organization, found people that just wanted him to read to them. He has now become a lot of these people's friends, and we tagged along as he met someone that he's read to for 5 years but never met, and it is the sweetest story.
Aww.
Take a look.
This is how it started. 5 years later, this is how it's going. So let's go back to September 2020. The isolation of the pandemic, it gripped us all, but one Manhattan kid refused to go down without a fight. At just 12 years old, he started Audibles with Asher, a free service where he would simply read to people with special needs.
I was on the Zooms all day, and I guess I wondered, could I use Zoom to do anything else and do something good? So I wanted to combine my passion for reading and my love for reading with connecting to others.
Turns out Zoom was the perfect fit.
Zoom is really good because it removes the barriers, right? It can remove geographical barriers, but also maybe emotional or physical barriers.
Asher partnered with an organization called Friendship Circle to bring it all to life, and he had his mom's complete support.
This has been entirely his work. There's no sort of parent in the background pushing to make it happen. This is all the goodness that comes from him. And I think because you can really see that because it's been going. Yeah. This isn't something that like, oh, let me just do this, for a month or test it out. This is the way he wants to exist in the world.
Asher always allows the person he reads to pick the book, and even if they want to read it over and over again, he's game. Our camera tagged along as Asher met Robin Fox, a woman he's been reading to for 5 years.
Robin, it's so nice to meet you. I have these flowers for you.
I'm good. Say thank you.
It's so nice to meet you, Robin, in person.
It's so
nice to meet you.
I miss you. I have to give you a hug after all these years.
It's so nice to meet you.
Wonderful.
At the start, I couldn't have imagined that it would have lasted so long. Yeah. But I love doing it, and I'm happy that
I like to read also.
Yeah, that Robin liked doing it too.
Yes.
And we were just able to continue.
So of course I had lots of questions for Robin.
Do you like that he's outgoing?
Yes.
Yes? That's a good one, right? Okay. And wait, and he's good looking, right?
Yes.
If you have to look at someone for like an hour every week, it's nice that they're good looking, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. And it's just like a kind, good person.
Yes.
Right? This is a lot of yeses. I like that.
Robin's parents are thrilled with the friendship that Asher and Robin now have.
She can't read or do numbers, but she's very social and truly appreciated having a new friend who would read to her.
For any 12-year-old to start something, usually 2-3 weeks, a month, is as much as they do. So for Asher to have continued now 5 years is such a tribute to the mensch, the really good-hearted, kind, special young man that he is. Absolutely.
And it'll have an effect on him for the rest of his life in terms of giving back.
Robin says she always looks forward to reading with Asher and wants to continue.
He's like my partner in crime.
Okay, your partner in crime.
Yes.
I like that. I like.
At 17, Asher is college-bound. He set his sights on Harvard, but he has no plans of ending Audibles with Asher. And since Asher gave Robin a present, she gave him one too.
Open it.
Open it. What's inside? Whoa. Wow, this is really cool.
Oh, look at you two. Friends for life, right?
For life.
Oh my gosh, I know.
You can make a difference, just one person, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this little boy said to his mom, I want to do something. I'm zooming anyway. And she just supported it. And Robin Fox is 38, which just shows there's no age limit to helping someone and touching someone. And her dad said, I was a orthodontist, and there were all these children with special needs and people with special needs, and no one, they couldn't really sit still. No one wanted to clean their teeth. And so just by doing that, I said, I'm making a difference, and then here, this little boy is making a difference in my daughter's life. But sweet story. If anyone wants to find Audibles with Asher, it's audibleswithasher.org. And he's going to college, but he said, I'm going to keep doing it.
It shows the impact that you can have, one person can have on other people's lives. And you talk about the father, Dr. Fox.
Right.
You know, having done that, paying it forward, it comes back to you in other ways too sometimes. It's not necessarily what you do, but if you do good and put it out there in the world, it can come back to you in very, very many different ways.
Yeah,
That's a great story.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm glad I found it and shared it. It makes me feel good to be the vehicle.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Crystal.
All right, when we come back, you know the biblical epic House of David? Well, it's back for a second season.
We are chatting with actor Stephen Lang. Hi, Stephen.
Hello, good to be here.
Good to see you. We
Hey,
can't
good morning,
wait to,
New York.
We can't wait to talk to you about the prophet Samuel. Look at you. All right, when we come right back.
Places I will still be patient with you.
Now. I'm the chosen. God favored me. He always has. This is finished, Samuel.
No, Saul. It is just beginning.
No more deception. Let Samuel choose you.
No. God chose me.
The biblical story of King David coming to life, picking up where season 1 left off at the fall of Goliath, now showing the events that lead to the fall of King Saul.
It's House of David Season 2, and it's now available on the Wonder Project subscription service on Prime Video. Joining us today, Stephen Lang, who plays the prophet Samuel in the series. Very nice to meet you. Thank you for coming to Good Day.
Thank you. Great to be here.
All right, so let's talk about season 2. Let's back up season 1. 44 million people, #1 all over the world. Were you surprised by that, or you expected it to be a huge hit out of the gate?
I always expect things to be big hits, you know.
Put it out there.
I'm disappointed quite frequently, but but I knew we were doing a quality piece of work here. I thought the writing was outstanding, and the production values, the look of the show is spectacular, and it's an international group of actors, and it's a complete, it's quite thrilling to work with them all. So I thought the ingredients were all there for success, and I'm pleased that it's been as successful as it is.
We've seen multiple, biblical stories, but it's usually about, Jesus or God. This one's about David, and you play the role of Samuel, who's wise, but judgmental at the same time.
Well, he was, in fact, the last great judge of Israel. He ushers in the period of the kingdom. He's the one who anoints first Saul, anointed to be the king over the tribes of Israel, and then when Saul doesn't quite work out, he anoints David. This is all done at God's command. Samuel has a direct relationship with the Lord.
So, we're so used to you playing bad guys. I know you're an actor and you like to play different characters, but shaking off the bad guy and playing a prophet, what was that like for you?
Oh, I just love playing, and I also love playing an older prophet. I love playing an older guy. I always had wonderful PAs around to kind of help me anywhere, even though I didn't need it. I'd pretend I did. But anyway, he's a wonderful role. He's a kind of character I love because he is historical, but he's also just firmly legendary as well, and he's sacred to the three of the great world religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Known as a seer, as a prophet. He was a warrior in his time. It's just a magical role.
Can we talk a little bit how Hollywood has changed with these faith movies? Because it used to be like, you would see something around the holidays, around Easter or Christmas, but not year-round. It's like faith has been accepted in Hollywood.
Faith, the word faith is, to me, one of the most important words in the English language, the territory that it covers, what it means. And I would never want to see the term faith co-opted by any one particular group. I mean, what I do as an actor is faith-based. It's a leap of faith for me to play Samuel. But I think that the Wonder Project, have gone about this in such a smart way, because if you are a religious person and you bring your religion to this show, and I'm talking about any religion, you will be rewarded. But the show itself is just a magnificent story. It's just a great yarn, it seems to me. So on every level, these guys have figured out how not to be too, too forceful in what their agenda may be,
Let's take another look at the clip from the series.
No one, not even I, can know exactly what Adonai intends or how his will may manifest. Do you truly believe that David would ever harm you or your family?
I do not. If he is to sit on the throne, I am his greatest obstacle.
Then become his greatest ally.
As an actor, you research roles. How do you research Samuel?
Well, you pray. Pray that you can do it, But I think it's good to go to the good book on this one, and Samuel 1 and 2 can give you plenty of information on it. There's a huge amount of commentary. I'm blessed with some friends who are actually biblical scholars. A guy I went to high school with is a very, very well thought of rabbi, and we conferred quite a lot about it. And then, as I say, we talked about faith, and then you make the leap of faith that's necessary to play the role, because, as I say, he's historical, but he's also legendary. He's slightly mythic.
Superficial hair and the beard.
Yeah.
Is that yours?
Well,
Or
I'm
was
an
that-
extremely superficial person, so it's a good question. I had a lot of beard. My beard was long.
Yeah.
We did additions to
Yeah.
it because
You had extensions.
Extensions, exactly. And of course the wig. But you know, Samuel was a Nazarite, which was a sect, a sort of a subsect. And the Nazarite, Samson was a very famous Nazarite as well. And as you recall, Samson never cut his hair.
Right.
Neither did, it's part of the deal when you're a Nazarite, you don't cut your hair. And you don't drink also, which is less cool, I think, you know.
Hey, we all have our priorities in life.
But that's it. But hair and makeup was it was an ordeal every day. But you know what? It was where the transformation into Samuel occurred every day for me.
We didn't even get into Avatar: Fire and Ash. It comes out December 19th in theaters. This thing just keeps on going as well.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want, I'll come back.
Okay.
And I'll
Deal.
be happy to
Deal.
talk about Avatar. That's a whole nother thing.
And a whole different character for you. A
very
little
much so.
bit different between the two. Thank you so much, Stephen Lang. We appreciate it. We'll see you in a couple weeks then.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, House
Great.
of David Season 2 streaming right now on Amazon. Right?
On the Wonder. I think they have their own platform
Wonder
now.
Project.
It is via Amazon,
Yes.
but it's the Wonder Project.
You have to go through
Look it
Amazon
up.
Prime to get it. Yes.
Got it. Okay, following you now, Stephen. All right, thank you. All right, when we come back, we're getting into the holiday spirit. Actor Benjamin Hollingsworth is here.
He's telling us about his new film, The Christmas Ring, and what's next for Virgin River. That's when the hit Netflix series will be returning next year. But first, he's with us on Good Day right after the break.
All righty, so
Fans of Virgin River are eagerly awaiting the return of actor Benjamin Hollingsworth as Dan Brady when the hit series returns in March.
in the meantime, he's spreading some holiday cheer in his new film, Karen Kingsbury's The Christmas Ring. The film is in theaters right now, on demand right now. Benjamin Hollingsworth, nice to see you.
He's here right now.
I'm here.
So, okay, Christmas a little early,
Yes.
but good. It kind of puts you in a good frame of mind.
It's like dipping your toe into the pool just to see if it's, you know, warm and merry and bright.
Rom-com time?
Rom-com time, guys. You know, this movie in particular is kind of like a throwback to, you know, your 90s, 2000s rom-com, where you have like a bit of depth, a bit of conflict, but because it's around Christmas time, it kind of lifts it up a bit. Makes it kind of timeless.
And you find that Christmas magic, I assume.
Yes, there's definitely Christmas magic. I mean, Kelsey Grammer is in it.
He plays your dad, right?
Yes, he does. Which, you know, he's a 90s icon. Talk about 90s.
Yes.
And I'm so used to seeing him, you know, toss salad and scrambled eggs, right?
Frasier.
Frasier, of course. And so him being my dad was kind of natural because I felt like I already had this relationship with him. And it was great.
Let's take a look at a clip from the movie before we keep talking about it. Benjamin Hollingsworth in The Christmas Ring.
Welcome to Miller's Antiques. You looking for anything in particular?
My family ring. I lost it.
This is so romantic. Your lost ring leading you to this?
Ben's just he's a friend.
When does Sadie get in? I can't wait to meet her.
I don't really know how she'll feel about us spending time together.
No one will ever love you like Dad.
Any news on your ring?
What about that reward?
There's an antique dealer who might have found my Christmas ring. It scares me, Ben.
Me too.
All right, that music just tells you love's in the air.
Right.
I mean, you hear it right there and you know that something special is about to happen.
Exactly, exactly.
So you play an antiques dealer.
Yes.
And you meet a military widow?
Yes, that's correct.
But the reason you meet is what?
Well, she comes into our shop looking for this lost ring, her family heirloom that she lost on a ski hill, of course. And so she's trying to find it. And then, of course, I run into her, and the one thing we share is I am also a widow. So we have this connection that, you know, it bonds us together in a way that was unexpected. And I think they both never thought they'd have love again. And so this kind of intertwines them, and they go about this journey of trying to look for her ring, and they fall in love. It's you know.
So nice. And tell us about Jana. Does she sing in this as well?
No, Jana does not sing
Okay.
in this. She's such a wonderful person. So I have 3 kids. She has 3 kids. She invited,
in real life. In real life.
In real life.
Okay.
We're talking real life now.
Okay.
And she invited my family, who we brought the whole gang down to Nashville to film it, over to her house for a barbecue before we started filming. And, you know, our kids got along. I got along with her husband, Alan, and she got along with my wife. It was like simpatico from the beginning. No crying with the kids in the pool. We got to enjoy some adult time. It was a miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle in Nashville in the summer.
Well, the movie's out now, and it'll be in theaters for...
You know what? I think it's a 2-week run, so you got to get out there, and if you get out there, it might be a little longer.
Okay, that'll be
so
nice.
this character's a little bit different than everybody's used to you in Virgin River.
Yes.
This one, you only are involved with one person. You're not in a love triangle.
Right, no love triangle happening. No love triangle in this one. Yes, Virgin River, I'm so entwined with that love triangle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you want to give us a clue? I mean, because season 7 starts in March.
Yes.
And already it's been renewed for season 8, which makes it the longest running series in the history of Netflix.
That is still just hitting home for me. It's surreal. You know, Netflix is the largest streaming platform in the world, and to be the longest running show is such a blessing. I love my character. I have such an attachment to Brady. I fight for him. When everything bad happens to this guy, I always say he's like, if he had an address, it would be between a rock and a hard place. He just can't catch a break. And so when I'm reading these scripts, I'm like, come on, guys, give him a chance to have happiness for a little bit.
And it looked like it for a little while, but then all of a sudden, you know.
All of a sudden, it's back to the rock and a hard place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do you know what the new season is? Did you start filming it yet or no?
The new season 8 we haven't, but season 7 we have.
Okay.
So of course we were finished up in June, so that we are just waiting for everyone else to see what happens.
Oh, so you know how.
I know.
You want to give us a little?
Oh gosh, I could get in trouble. But okay, here's what I'll say, because I'll promise. So it's been a while, but. Brady left off having no money in his bank account.
Because of his woman.
Yes, his woman takes his money, and he's now broke again. And you know, Bree, his love, his like true first real love, has just been proposed to with Mike, who with a plastic bottled cap ring out of nowhere. So it's a lot of cliffhangers. So really, you know, Brady's going to hunt down that money. Of course, he's going to try and find his ex-girlfriend, and he's also going to navigate whether or not he can get back with Bree. And I always say they're like magnets. So you have two magnets close to each other, but if you turn one magnet around, what happens? Like, kind of separates. So there's a bit of that happening.
Oh, this is going to be a good
Does Brady
season.
get his money back? Does Brady find true love?
Yeah.
Find out on season 7 of Virgin River.
Yes.
But first, you make sure you see The Christmas Ring.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
in theaters right now and on demand. So
No, not on demand. Only in theaters. You got to get out of your couch, off your couch, guys.
Okay, all
off
right.
your couch. You got to drive to the movie theaters and do this.
It's New York. We can take the subway.
Yeah,
it makes
take
it
the
easy.
subway. You don't
even
get in your
easier.
car.
Benjamin, thank you so much.
Thanks
nice
for
to
having
meet
me.
you.
Nice to meet you guys.
All right, when we come back, you know what? We're going to get a taste of Paris in the Good Day Cafe.
Award-winning writer Alexandra Crapanzano is here. She's going to show us how to decorate sweet treats like a pro. It's from her new book, Chocolat, Parisian Desserts and Other Delights. When we come right back.
We were somewhere else, stumbled down pretend alleyways, cheap wine, make believe it's
Does it feel like we're in Paris this morning?
It certainly smells like it.
It does, right. Well, these indulgent and stunning treats are recipes from a new cookbook. It's called Chocolat, Parisian Desserts and Other Delights.
It's by James Beard Award-winning writer and Wall Street Journal columnist Alexandra Crapanzano. Her book, Chocolat, offers readers a true insider's guide to how the French bake, gift, and savor chocolate. Alexandra joins us right now. Very good to see you.
You too.
Thank you for bringing nice gifts for us. We were joking earlier. How long did it actually take you to write this book, though?
Oh, it took 3 years.
3 years. So you did a deep, deep dive into chocolate and Paris culture.
I did such a deep dive. I maybe could have done it in 2 years, but it was really fun to do it in 3 years.
So what'd you learn?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I learned. Well, I grew up there, so I was kind of a return. But what I really wanted to focus on was the French desserts that are made at home. Not the stuff that you get in bakeries, but homemade recipes. And so I spent time with friends. I talked to great chefs. I talked to restaurateurs. And what I came away with was the sense that, you know, chocolate is such an extraordinary flavor on its own that you need to do very, very little to it to make something fantastic.
And they treat it more like we look at it as a treat.
Yes.
But there it's part of life, is what the book says. Yeah.
Yes, every day. I mean, everybody I know in Paris has a little bit of chocolate every day.
Can you get the same kind of chocolate that you can get in Paris here in the States?
You know, for the most part. I mean, for baking chocolate, I use Valrhona, which I love, which you can get here, which is really, really good and well sourced. There are a couple things that when you do go to Paris, you should definitely bring home, like Alain Ducasse. Makes great chocolate. There's at the back of the book, I have 2 pages on all of my favorite chocolate makers.
Well, it's a gorgeous book. And I saw that you brought some things here. Are you going to show us how to like zhuzh things up?
Absolutely.
We
That's
love
exactly.
To zhuzh.
Think of it as a mousse bar. You know, my feeling is that if you have, you know, 5 ingredients in this perfect little, it's called a chocolate silk. You know, it's essentially not pudding. It's a little bit. This is like between a pudding and a mousse.
Okay.
But it's literally you take cream and milk and some sugar and some eggs and you warm it up and you pour it over some chocolate and you stir it.
Very simple.
And then it's so simple that what you then get to do is you get to play with it. So sometimes I add a little bit of orangette, which are candied oranges. For Christmas, maybe a little bit of crushed peppermint on top. Chocolate-covered espresso beans, really fun. The French love pralinés, which are caramelized hazelnuts. And so if you add some of that on top, you get a little bit of sprinkle, a little bit of raspberries. Sometimes I just add a little bit of cocoa powder or a little bit of powdered sugar. And then one of my favorite things is a little bit of rose powder.
What is rose powder?
Smell. Smells really good, right? So rose powder is just crushed up, really good organic dried rose petals. And so if you do it at the end, you get this incredible aroma at the end. And then also same with vanilla powder. Instead of like, nobody wants vanilla extract on something, but if you add a little bit of the vanilla powder, you get this beautiful lift.
Wow.
Which seems really cool. Like you could do this, I could see at a party. Yeah. Like you just give everyone this and then you say kind of do your own toppings.
Exactly, exactly. So it's very much of a buffet-like thing. So one thing I like to do, because I love the combination of orange and chocolate, and it's so simple, and people love orangette, is I love to just do it like that.
Like a little decoration.
Yeah.
Make a little smiley face.
Exactly, make a little smiley face. And then for Christmas, I might do just a little scattering of
pretty.
This. Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
Right?
Sometimes things do not have to be elaborate with a lot of ingredients. It just can be simple and delicious.
Exactly. And so feel free.
Thank you. I'm
And
gonna
there's
go for the
spoons there.
pralines.
Oh, those are so good.
Yeah, those
and those
look
are
good.
so good. And then this is the vanilla.
Oh,
Oh,
here's
yeah,
my
there's
spoon.
another one.
Okay.
Maybe I'll throw a little. What kind of? Do you have a specific?
It's burlap and barrel. It's just a really.
I know that group.
They're great.
And they are fantastic.
They're
yes.
totally fantastic.
So a little sprinkle.
Yeah. I mean, you could go to town with it. Right?
I had it with the
Is it really
chocolate-covered
good?
espresso bean.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that
So I'm
good?
gonna be zooming after a while.
You
but
are
it's
going to
good.
be totally zooming. And then you know what I also like to do around Christmas time is maybe add some whipped cream and then put the...
Now you're talking, Alexandra.
Yeah, exactly. And then put this on top.
Love it. Well,
Which is
anyway,
great.
the recipes are fantastic. They're simple. The pictures are gorgeous. So thank you so much for sharing.
Bring a little Paris into your life for Christmas.
Alexandra Krapazano, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, when
I'm
we
going to
come
take
back,
a bite.
you go
I
for
hope
it.
so.
Skating back into Long Island this weekend is Disney on Ice. Ryan Christopher is live at the UBS Arena. He's going to give us a little sneak peek. Ryan.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, guys. Look at Sophia go. She's the real pro here this morning. We're giving you a little preview of Disney on Ice here at UBS Arena on Long Island, and we have a little special performance right here on Good.
We know we can't change everything you don't like about shopping, but here at Stop & Shop, we're going all out to improve what we can.
Thank you.
We've seen you doing finger math in the store, but no more of that. You deserve a better way to save.
Heck yeah, I do.
With over 10,000 items always on sale, it's time we actually loved grocery shopping.
Justin, when was the last time you went on break?
I'm on break right now. With so many ways to save, good things are in store at Stop.
So this weekend, classic Disney stories are coming to life at the UBS Arena. Disney on Ice. It's back with a brand new show.
Families and friends and families and fans and anything that starts with an F.
Well, don't, no. You're not going down that road.
No. I mean in a positive way.
Yeah.
Families and fans and friends will not only see their favorite characters hitting the ice, but also new musical performances featuring high flying, stunts, and choreography. Stop me, Ryan Christopher. He's live at UBS Arena this morning with a sneak peek. Yes.
Curt, this is Disney now. This is a kids show, all right? Take it easy there. But yeah, we're super excited. Disney on Ice is taking over UBS Arena and Long Island all weekend long. And one of the lovely performers, Miss Sophia. Welcome to Good Day New York.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, this is so cool because you are an absolute athlete along with all the other cast members. Let's talk about how much time, effort, and energy goes into these shows, the training. You're in character. I mean, it's so much fun for the whole family.
Yes, it is a lot of fun. There's definitely a lot of time and commitment and hard work that goes into putting on these shows, but it's definitely worth every single second. Obviously, this is Disney on Ice's newest show, Jump In, so we're going to jump right into it.
Let's jump right into it, and it's cool because we have Moana 2 and Inside Out 2. These movies just came out, and they're already in the show on the ice, so how quickly do you have to learn the choreography, the different characters?
We have plenty of time and great resources to help us, so it can be a little challenging, but it's definitely what we've trained for.
Yeah,
so
well, that's why you're a pro. And you know that guy Bruno? Oh, we're not supposed to talk about him anymore. Okay, apparently we don't talk about Bruno no more. We're about to give you a performance here live on Good Day New York. Come on, Sophia. Here it is, Disney on Ice. We don't talk about Bruno.
Your name, it all fades to black. Yeah, he sees your dreams, he sees the sound your screams. We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Bruno. He told me my fish would die the next day. Told me I'd grow a gut, and just like he said, my hand would disappear. Now look at my hair. Your fate is sealed when your prophecy is Why did I talk about Bruno? Never said
There they are. We don't talk about Bruno. Disney on Ice. Guys, thank you so much for your time and your talent here on Good Day New York. Everybody wave to Curt and Rosanna back in studio. Again, this show is going down all weekend long. Again, tonight, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Plenty of shows for everybody to come here to Long Island and enjoy. Curt and Rosanna will send it back on into you. Look at this cast right here. They look so happy and friendly. We don't talk about Bruno.
That's a fun song. I like that song. Thank you. Thank you for performing that this morning.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's talk about the weather with Audrey, shall
we? don't talk about Bruno, but we talk about the weather, or Audrey does at least.
Yes, I do, and we've been talking a lot about it because we're seeing some improvement here across the tri-state area as far as temperatures are concerned. We're at 49 degrees right now in Central Park. We've now hit the 50-degree mark out towards Newark Liberty Airport. Same thing over in Islip. So we're in store for a day with better weather or better temperatures than we saw yesterday. In fact, we're already running about 5 to 10 degrees milder than we were around this time yesterday. Our wind speeds, they're definitely getting your attention today. Right now, they are picking up in speed. These are the sustained winds running between 10 and 20 miles per hour on average. However, the gusts are as high as 31 in Central Park, 17 in Bridgeport, 22 up towards Poughkeepsie. So it will be a blustery day today, and we are picking up a couple of showers on the radar. Now, not all of this is reaching the ground, but you could get a few sprinkles in areas north of 78 right now, maybe one passing through Staten Island at the moment. Most of the activity will stay upstate or in the Poconos, but you want to be aware that you could get a quick passing shower, at least for the first half of the day. High pressure will start to work its way in here. We'll see sunshine before the day's end, and it's keeping things quiet across much of the nation. In fact, the only storm system in sight is out towards the west coast, where Northern California is seeing significant rainfall and also the possibility of some snow in the higher elevations. For us here, we'll see some sun breaking through the clouds by lunchtime, and then we'll end the day relatively nice. It could be a quick passing flurry off to the north later, but then after that, things quiet down tonight. Tomorrow, we'll start out with plenty of sunshine. We'll have a few clouds decorating the sky from time to time, and we stay nice and dry right through Saturday as well. Most of Saturday will be just fine, at least the daytime hours. In the evening, though, different story. We have a front that will start to work into the picture here, so that will increase our cloud cover towards the afternoon, increase our shower threat actually by the evening. And if you have plans on Saturday night, you may want to plan to have your umbrella handy. 51 is our forecast high temperature in Central Park today. Tonight will drop down to about 38. Tomorrow it's still windy and chilly with a high of only 49. Late showers on Saturday will bleed over into early on Sunday morning, but they should be out of here by 9 a.m. So most of Sunday will be dry, and once the sun comes out, we're going to warm up to 60 degrees across interior New Jersey. Curt and Rosanna, over to you.
60 degrees, we'll take it.
Exactly.
Thank
as we
you,
get closer
Audrey.
to Thanksgiving.
I know.
All right, we'll be back with more Good Day right after this. Don't go anywhere.
All right, tomorrow, Good Day, New York actress, award-winning. She won, I think,
She won
an
the Oscar this year, yes.
Lily Gladstone, talking about her new movie, Bring Them Home. It's about Native, and it has to do with Native American Heritage Month, too. So.
Okay, she was nominated for the Oscar, did not win, so I was wrong on that. I thought
she should have won.
I thought
she was robbed.
I know.
I'll try not to bring that up tomorrow.
Yeah, please, I'm sure she doesn't want to hear that again. I loved her in Reservation Dogs. If you never got a chance to see that, I love that show. Yeah. It was fantastic.
Anyway, Sherry Shepherd's waiting to go on.
Is she?
Yeah, she's going to be on in like 35 seconds.
Oh, my gosh. Well, we better get out of here.
We got to go.
And then after that, don't forget, there is J. Hud.
Yes, she's waiting too, but she's got to wait longer.
She's got to wait longer.
And then don't forget,
so you got to wait for that. But it'll be here. It'll all be here, and we'll be back again tomorrow. So make sure we see you then. Have a good day, New York.
All right, this is Newsroom Live. It is 10:02 in the morning on this Thursday. Welcome to it. You can see behind us and in front of us, here we go. It's a busy morning. We got a lot of things going on in New York City. One of the beauties of Newsroom Live is that you don't necessarily have to wait for our linear broadcasts in order to see what's happening. We can take you there literally right now as it's happening. And we want to start in Brooklyn, Flatbush. This is where Zoran Mamdani, the mayor-elect, will be hosting an event in just a few minutes. He is at a children's event, a children's daycare. We can take a look at that. ELC 6 is where we can see Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani preparing. You can see some of the cameras getting set up. The kids are there, all the reporters, they're getting their microphones intact, and we expect the mayor-elect will be speaking there. The center is a nonprofit organization partnering with the New York City Department of Education, offering programs for infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. Of course, Mamdani has run on a platform that includes some of the free childcare, free daycare, free pre-K, and things along those lines. But before the mayor-elect comes out, we also want to go to Long Island, Nassau County. That's where we are hearing right now from Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman. He recently was reelected by a convincing 12 points. And it sounds like this morning he's also announcing the possibility that he's going to explore a run for governor, potentially challenging Representative Elise Stefanik in the Republican side. Let's take a listen to what he's saying. He's talking right now.
We have to put New York first because we have a governor that over the last 3 years has spent over $4 billion on illegal migrants, many of whom have committed criminal acts in this state. And we have to make sure that we're no longer spending hard-earned taxpayer dollars on people who've been here for 15 minutes. We don't know where they came from. We don't know what their background is. And quite frankly, they haven't earned it. We need money for our schools, for our hospitals, for our infrastructure. We need to put people to work in New York State. We got to create prosperity. That's what differentiates us here in Nassau County, because all of us had a positive message. We didn't just talk about what we were against. We talked about what we're for. Creating wealth and prosperity. Think about it. The home prices in Nassau County when I came into office, the average home in Nassau County was about $600,000. So if you bought your house 4 or 5 years ago and you spent $600,000, your house is now worth $850,000. We have created $250,000 of wealth and prosperity for you and your families. Why can't we do that across the state of New York? Cashless bail. It's been a disaster. Just ask our great district attorney, Ann Donnelly. Ask our police commissioner, Patrick Ryder. But let me tell you, here in Nassau County, we did it differently. Through the leadership of President Trump, who, thank God, closed our borders, now ICE is operating in Nassau County. We have the most comprehensive agreement with ICE in all of America, both our police department and our sheriff's department. And why did I do that? Well, let me give you an example. Just last month,
all right, you're taking a live listen in to Bruce Blakeman. He is speaking there in Nassau County, and Bruce Blakeman announcing essentially his intentions to what we believe will be his possible run for governor, challenging Representative Elise Stefanik. Robert Moses, you've been paying attention to what's happening here. You hear him announcing this. What do you make of it?
Well, certainly an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Elise Stefanik has more national name recognition, and there was a recent poll, I think it was a JL Partners did the poll. of a potential primary matchup between Blakeman and Elise Stefanik.
Because
and
they're on the Republican side,
Correct.
and the intention is to challenge Governor Kathy Hochul. I mean, that's what the end goal is there.
And by the way, when she ran originally, because obviously she took over for Andrew Cuomo, and then when she ran in the subsequent election, she barely won.
That was a close race.
It was a very close race. So if that's any indication, the Republicans kind of smell blood in the water. And but this JL Partners poll shows that Blakeman would lose to Stefanik 74% to 5%.
Okay, so Elise Stefanik, the representative who's been a very staunch supporter of President Trump and many of the conservative sort of wave that we've seen come through, she holds this potentially significant lead in this poll. We hear Bruce Blakeman, who's recently just reelected. Some people might be surprised to hear him, having just been reelected last week, to then kind of start to lay the groundwork for a potential gubernatorial run pretty quickly. I mean, that is what he's announcing today, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously he has seen the same poll numbers that we've seen.
Maybe
so
he's got some different numbers somewhere.
Yeah,
right?
maybe, but this sounds like a hugely uphill battle for him, and multiple polls that I've seen, including the JL Partners one, but other polls even before that, show that Stefanik would run a very competitive race. In fact, neck and neck with Kathy Hochul, and she, and she's been in the national spotlight a lot. Especially, she's been a kind of a tiger in defending President Trump during his impeachment proceedings.
Right.
She has been a staunch supporter of him, and therefore she's gotten plenty of national attention. His national bullhorn has helped her as well,
and helped her sort of gain prominence. And Governor Kathy Hochul, of course, big supporter of Zohran Mamdani, and he is out this morning. If we could take a live look again, let's go to Live View 3, Tyler. Instead, we got a different angle. This is from another side of this classroom. You can see some of the kids in there. They are getting ready. This is in Flatbush, Brooklyn. The kids, innocent to all the politics. They are just there to draw and to make some things happen inside this classroom where we are expecting the mayor-elect. You can see some of the microphones getting set up there. We get a better look. There are the kids right there. A better look on the other camera, too, just sort of ELC 6.
They're adorable.
Yeah, they are. Of what the room looks like here. So obviously what he's going to talk about here will have to do with childcare, will have to do with early education, helping those families, and things along those lines, which was all a part of his platform when he was running for mayor, of course.
Yeah, and of course, Zohran Mamdani on the campaign trail painted a picture, if you will, of a city with free childcare, no matter what your income level is, free buses, also the city-run grocery stores, one in each borough. And you mentioned Mamdani and Hochul. Yes, Hochul did endorse him, but it was kind of a half-hearted, perfunctory, I kind of have to endorsement. At least that's what it sounded like. And over the weekend, when she was in Puerto Rico at that Somos conference, that annual
a lot of leading Democrats,
gathering,
including Mamdani, right?
Yeah, she threw some water on his plans for free buses, suggesting that she may not go along with that. So the Mamdani could be encountering some political headwinds even before he takes office.
Well, whenever he comes out to speak, we'll obviously jump in there to see what he has to say. But he did have something to say about who the potential next police commissioner might be. And it looks like there maybe is some movement and a meeting between the current police commissioner, Jessica Tisch. What did you learn about that?
So our sources are saying that there is a meeting scheduled, quote, soon, between Tisch
we don't know
and
when soon is.
Mamdani. We don't know if soon means today or in a week or whatever, but you would think that they'd want to get this ironed out pretty quickly for a couple reasons. One, to kind of allay the concerns of New Yorkers who want that consistency at the highest echelons of the police department, but also obviously Mamdani has to find somebody else if she's not going to stay.
Exactly. And as we talked about, aside from the mayor, the police commissioner is maybe the most high-profile public official in the city.
I don't think there's any question about it. And I mentioned this to you a couple times. She's Jewish, which yes, it's a kind of a footnote, but maybe not.
Right.
Especially, given the fears of some Jewish New Yorkers that Mamdani will not be attuned to their needs. So I think the fact that her background is helpful.
Significant. Did he talk about this a little bit yesterday?
He did. He said. So reporters were trailing him after that Urban League ribbon cutting yesterday in Harlem, and a bunch of reporters, including our Morgan Mackay, were trailing him trying to get comment. And he said, "I haven't spoken with her since the primary, so." Since actually, I think the last time they had spoken was July.
Okay.
And he said, "Let me just get."
I think we
this
have it.
Exactly.
I think we have
Can we
have
listen
the clip.
to
Let's
what?
listen to it.
I look forward to that conversation and telling you exactly how it went.
So he didn't say much.
No. I mean, in case you missed it, he said, "I look forward to that conversation and telling you how it went."
And why are we seeing Benjamin Netanyahu?
Well, because he was also asked about Netanyahu yesterday. Mayor Adams and Ina Vernikov, a Republican city councilwoman, both of whom endorsed Cuomo in the mayoral election, have invited Benjamin Netanyahu to visit New York City on the day of Mamdani's swearing in, essentially daring Mamdani to make good on his promise to arrest Netanyahu for his alleged war crimes in Gaza.
We have that clip too. Let's play that one as well.
Conversation and telling you exactly how it went. I think that other elected officials are free to travel or write to foreign leaders. My focus is on the work of New York City.
All right, so he kind of has taken the high road there, still similar to what he said previously.
Yeah, and he didn't address the specifics of will you direct the NYPD to make the arrest. He basically says, okay, they can invite whoever they want as elected leaders. We also looked at Trump there because Mamdani says that he plans to set up a call with Trump before he takes office to see if there is maybe any common ground.
Mayor of the biggest city in New York has to have some type of relationship, you would imagine, with the president of the United States.
And Dan, according to Bloomberg, there's been already, since Mamdani's victory, there's been some discussion among Trump aides about federal funding
withholding
potentially withholding money from New York City. So Mamdani is I'm sure looking to smooth the waters. And the other day, Trump was actually kind of conciliatory on a couple different occasions. He said, "I want to see Mamdani do well." Does he mean that? We'll see. But
maybe grounds to start making some deals. That sounds like a possibility.
Maybe.
All right. Well, Robert, we appreciate it. Let's check back in with ELC 6. This is where Mamdani is in Flatbush, Brooklyn this morning in just a few minutes. So we're going to be hearing from him in a while. And we can go back to the Bruce Blakeman shot, Live View 4, as he wraps up.
Did he say anything? Did he say specifically that he's going to run? Or
let's take a listen. Just sort of put the sound up, and then I'll our break. Looks like it just wrapped up there, but we're going to take a quick break. Robert, thank you so much, and I know you might be on that Blakeman story tomorrow morning.
Very likely.
All right, we'll be right back. We're going to talk about the government shutdown, just in case you want to know what's going on with that when we come right back. All right, welcome back. Newsroom Live. It is 10:18. What's going on? You can see us. You got the shot. Oh, that's Jessica Formoso watching us. We got all kinds of different monitors and cameras there, buttons that we push, and some very important business, obviously, that's happening down at the U.S. Capitol. We can take a look. It's a nice, crisp, clear fall day down there.
Back in business.
Back in business down there. They sure are back in business. They had the big vote. That happened yesterday. Spending bill signed by President Trump after this government shutdown that lasted 41, 42, 43 days. 43 days, rippling effects all across the U.S. economy for sure. One of the things I thought was interesting was that the inflation numbers that were supposed to come out technically didn't come out because they weren't work.
Yep.
They weren't sort of available.
The job numbers also not
job
available.
numbers, and some of those things theoretically would affect whether or not the next interest rate sort of happens. So some of those sort of things are a little bit below the radar.
Which, if it's going to increase, I guess we don't want to know.
Well, it depends on how much you have in your savings account, also. But
would you like to tell us?
But yes, no, not enough, not enough. But Jessica, I know you've been watching this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and here we are Thursday. We expected that the vote might happen tomorrow, but it did.
Yes.
And how did it go? Like, what happened?
Okay, so it was a close one, okay?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was a close one. We had some Democrats who also had to cross party lines. One from our area, Tom Suozzi from Long Island, Democrat, and he decided to vote yes on this bill.
So Democrats had held out for 43 days.
Yes.
Then when things really started to crumble, air traffic controllers are going bad, you hear from people not getting their SNAP benefits, the Democrats who were holding out for this health care coverage, 8 of them, or 7 of them plus an independent, crossed the line, and Tom Suozzi of New York was one of them.
Was one of them,
Okay.
yep. So he yesterday, voted yes in favor. We had 2 Republicans who voted no. Yet it still passed. The final vote was 222 to 209.
Okay, so
it was close. It wasn't just, like all Republicans united and said, okay, let's go for it. We don't need any Democrats. They actually needed Democrats, and clearly we saw that.
So does that mean that the government's back open, the money starts flowing, people are back to work right away? I mean,
yeah,
what has to happen at that point?
Trump, the White House has advised federal workers to come right back to work, yes.
Right.
When it comes to SNAP benefits, as of last night, back in business. But this is the thing, once the government opens, they said within 24 hours, SNAP recipients would be able to see their benefits in some states. So not every single state will get them right away, but in most states within 24 hours, recipients will be able to get their SNAP benefits in that credit card and see them.
So SNAP is, of course, food stamps, and I know we spoke with an advocate and someone who receives SNAP benefits.
Yeah, they're relief.
What did they say?
Well, obviously, she's just said, thank God that it happened right before the holidays, before Thanksgiving. Many of them have been struggling the last few weeks. Either do I pay my rent or do I eat? So this, obviously, for them was great news, was big news, something that now they can kind of just relax and say, okay, I'm going to be able to have my money in that credit card that.
Right. Tyler, do we have that? Do we have that? Okay, so let's go ahead and play that sound we have from the
SNAP benefits fully funded, especially coming into the holiday season, and so many are up in arms, everything's so up in the air with finances and things. It's really good to hear the government is obviously opening up, and that SNAP will be fully funded for December, because that's a awful lot of our heads. That's a release.
So who is that exactly? Who was from there?
So that is Diana Ramos. She is from United Justice, and she's also a SNAP recipient. So
is she here in the city?
She is here in the city. She's from the Bronx. She lives in the Bronx.
Oh, she's in the Bronx.
Yeah,
okay.
She luckily, with many New Yorkers, we have to say, the governor earlier in the week funded SNAP here in New York. So she was able to get her benefits.
That was what Governor Kathy Hochul did. Essentially say, we're not going to get this money from the federal government. We're going to figure out how to pay for it. New York State will step up and do it.
And that's what she did. So she had her benefits. But either way, I mean, the fact that now you don't have to think about, am I going to get them in December? Is everything going to be okay? January, I mean, at least we know now, at least for now until January 30th.
They know.
They're okay.
And what about federal workers?
Federal workers, okay, so they're back at work. They were asked to come back to work. When are they going to get paid? Because obviously they haven't had a paycheck in weeks. So what we know is from past that it takes about a week for them to get that back pay.
Right, because it's not just coming. It's the way a lot of people get paid, right? Like
Right.
You got to wait a week before you work the week and then get paid.
And get
the next
paid.
week.
But
Okay.
but we're hearing that they're going to get a big check, right? Everything in
Oh,
one
okay.
slump,
All right.
which then obviously they have to figure it out with
Yes.
their
Right, some of the
accountant
back
later on.
pay and some of those kind of things, and you got to worry about all that kind of
Yes,
stuff.
but usually we've seen in other shutdowns and previous shutdowns that it takes about a week for them to see their money hit
You
their
know,
account.
one of the things that's interesting is also with air traffic controllers.
Yes.
And so we know that they were never allowed to leave. Technically, some of them were having to take these side jobs, these other jobs. And we know that aviation officials are essentially saying that air traffic will ease itself back to normal. It's going to get better. It's not going to get worse, theoretically. But we don't think that things are going to be completely clear in the skies right away.
No, not right away. We know it was supposed to get to 10% tomorrow, remember? Now they're saying we're going to keep it at 6% as is. We had Briella Tomasetti there all week, and she was saying this morning how things at LaGuardia were actually better than the last few days.
I think she spoke to somebody. We have that, right? We can play Briella's interviews this morning with some of the passengers who are out there at LaGuardia. Let's take a listen.
I think it's like it's really great because like I have a conference, like I'm going for IMA student leadership conference, and it's really great like because I was worried like if I'll be able to make it or not.
During all of this?
Not really. I actually just flew about 2 weeks ago.
And it was all right, but things really got bad the last week.
Oh yeah, it didn't really affect me. I got insurance for everything. I guess I'm just careful.
We're really happy to be here with the government back together, and look, it's very peaceful in the airport today.
What's up with your flight? Is it on?
It's good. It's on time.
I'm really happy it's over. If I make it to Miami, it's a big success.
Did it impact your flying rather?
I came earlier, just thinking it might be a problem.
So you planned ahead.
I planned ahead.
That's what they say to do. Every day we say it on the news, but do people actually do it? Not always.
It'll pay off when I'm in Miami at 11 o'clock.
Miami at 11 o'clock. He's probably in flight. He might be there in the next 35 minutes
Yeah.
as we check in with a lot of those folks out there this morning on Newsroom Live right now. And Jessica, we also have one more very important person involved in this story
Yes.
because theoretically the Democrats say their fight to extend these health care subsidies isn't over, even though they've kind of lost this battle.
Right, and this is why the government was shut down, was because of healthcare. So the Obamacare tax credits, they wanted to extend it because they expire now in January. They're saying let's extend it at least for another year or so. Republicans obviously said, nope, we're not doing it. That measure didn't pass any of the bills, either from the Senate or House.
Right.
So what happens now is the Democrats are putting pressure, saying, hey, let's come back to the table and vote on this. Some Republicans are saying, okay, maybe we can extend a year and come in December and vote.
Okay.
Hakeem Jeffries, obviously, after this passed last night, he was clear saying that, you know, if anyone's at fault, will be Republicans if these premiums go up.
All right, let's listen to that.
We will continue to fight to lower the high cost of living. House Democrats will continue to fight to address the health care crisis that Republicans have created. And House Democrats will continue to fight to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits for tens of millions of Americans. This fight is not over.
This cost the country $1.5 trillion, this little excursion that they took us on. Republicans never wanted a shutdown and voted 15 times for a clean continuation of funding. Yet the extremists in the other party insisted on creating the longest government shutdown in American history, and they did it purely for political reasons.
All right, so here we have the president signing the bill. Government is reopened. So Jessica, we might have to find another story for you to follow tomorrow, even though obviously there's a lot that is still going on with getting things restarted with the U.S. government. So thank you, Jessica.
Yeah, you know what? I think we're all happy to see that the government is back open, back in business, and people are getting back to work, and paychecks will soon hit those accounts.
We like that. It is Friday payday. Jessica, thank you so much. We're going to go to break, but before we do, let's check in with ELC 6, which is the press conference that is expected to start in just a few minutes. Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani at this community center that is in Flatbush, Brooklyn. So we'll be hearing from him in just a little while. All right, we got a live look right here. This is in Brooklyn. You can see Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani. He is at Friends of Crown Heights Education Center, or the Flatbush Haitian Daycare. You can see a lot of those preschoolers. He's sitting on the floor there with some of those preschoolers. They're doing some coloring, just some general stuff that you might do when you're in a nursery school. Of course, the mayor-elect is running a platform of affordability, certainly some of the free childcare, free pre-K, things along those lines. He will be speaking in just a few minutes. They do have a podium set up away from the crayons and the markers, but for now he is taking in the moment with some of those kids there. You can see the reporters taking their pictures as well. So we'll hear from the mayor-elect in just a few minutes. For now, of course, it is a beautiful day outside of this classroom today, and in some sense, beautiful in that it's not as cold as it has been these last couple of days.
Kids will go out for recess, they'll be happy.
That's true, because when it's below like 40 degrees, the kids aren't allowed to go out for recess.
And
That's a good transition.
When I was little, they still made us go out. What
Did
about
they?
you? Yeah, it was freezing. We used to hate recess in the winter.
I can barely remember what happened last week, but for sure, I'm sure they made us go outside and had to walk to school in 6 feet of snow. That's what I tell the kids.
That
anyway.
too.
Yeah, of
Oh
course.
my gosh.
So how are we feeling today, Audrey?
Feeling pretty good. You know, the temperature has slowly been rising in the mornings. It
Okay.
hasn't been quite as bitter like we did 2 days ago, right?
Right.
That seems to be a distant memory. Temperatures today are going to be in the upper 40s. Actually, this is tomorrow's highs. Okay, well, let's look at
Friday's
tomorrow.
highs.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be just a slightly cooler, but today we're going up to 51. It's still windy though, so we have wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour today, Dan. So that's going to make it feel chilly in the shade. So you still need to be bundled up, but we are slowly like getting rid of that biting cold. Over the weekend, there's a chance of rain, but that won't happen until Saturday night. So if you have Saturday night plans, which I do.
Oh, you do?
So we need an umbrella. Yes.
City plans?
City plans, yeah, birthday party plans. So I have to look fabulous.
You
right?
do well. That's
Fabulous
not hard to
friends having
do
a
for you, Audrey. That's a pretty easy task.
Gotta
But
hold
yes,
the hair
okay.
though. Gotta hold.
That's
Got
true.
hair
You're right.
issues. We'll have to see. Anyway, so as I mentioned, it's been windy. So wind gusts up to 30 today. Same thing for tomorrow. And then they should be lightening up slightly when we go into the weekend. But then we have the rain coming in Saturday night. The good news, you were worried about Sunday morning.
Saturday morning.
Oh, was Saturday morning?
Yeah.
Oh, you're no problem.
I'm good, right?
All day Saturday.
Noon?
All day Saturday is just fine during the daylight hours. It's not until probably like 8 or 9 o'clock that the threat of rain
Oh,
starts
that's
to
when you
come
have
in.
some problems.
Yeah.
Okay. And is
then-
it cleared out by
well,
Sunday
Sunday
morning?
now it's looking better because it's coming in a little earlier on
Okay.
Saturday night, which ruins everyone's Saturday night plans.
Yeah, that's true.
But now Sunday morning plans should be just fine because now the rain looks to be exiting probably by like 8 or 9 a.m. And Sunday looks great. The sun's going to come out. That's going to help warm us up to close to 60.
It was so interesting. I mean, earlier this week, you were very excited about some of that lake effect snow and lake effect polar weather that actually had come from the North Pole that had made its way down here.
We had an injection from the polar vortex, like straight from the North Pole.
Are we clear of that at this point?
Yeah, it's retreated. It is now retreated.
Okay.
So yes, we
What
are.
does that mean, retreated?
It's recessed.
It's just
way
gone
back.
away.
Yeah, it's gone north.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, it's gone back up
yeah,
there.
so the colder air, because now we have this really warm air mass out in the west. I mean, they've had temperatures 20 to 25 degrees above 25 degrees above normal in places like Denver, the plains in Denver, as well as Montana, Wyoming. So that's slowly working eastward. We're not going to see numbers like that.
So
we're getting better.
So you, when we were upstairs in the studio, you kind of described it to me like we're okay, we're good, we're good right now.
Yeah, we're a little below normal, but we're okay.
You know, yesterday, do you have to go anywhere? Can you hang out for like 3 minutes?
Sure.
4 minutes? So yesterday we were trying to zoom in with a gentleman from Jamaica.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
He was on the ground in Jamaica. His name is Fabian Allen, but we were not able to get the
through.
Zoom connection done. But you know, as you know, Hurricane Melissa ravaged the island, and so we wanted to sort of keep it in the headlines. We wanted to let people know. Because what was there? It was a Category 5 hurricane.
Yes, it was a Category 5. Well, it was definitely the strongest storm in the Caribbean this year. It was the only storm in the Caribbean, actually. Most of them were developing in the Atlantic. The most impactful storm to ever hit Jamaica. So it's been a really big deal.
And of course, there's a strong connection between New York City and the islands, Jamaica. Obviously, Fabian Allen is a popular Jamaican YouTuber who goes by the handle Jamaica Walk By. Well, we weren't able to connect with him yesterday because our Zoom connection wasn't working, but he was out in a province or a parish called Manchester Parish, and he wanted to show us what was happening there because it was sort of a unique situation, and I wanted to get your take on this. Let's take a listen to what he had to say and where he was yesterday. This is going to be Jamaica SOT 1.
Mr. Bowens, and I mean the entire Fox family. Yeah, no, we're having some connection problem earlier, but listen, this is our current situation right now here in a parish called Manchester in Jamaica. right? This house we're currently looking at, the first floor. The entire ground floor is completely covered with water. Nobody knows where this water is coming from. Absolutely nobody knows where the water is coming from. After Hurricane Melissa, this just became an instant spring. Water just keep rising from some part at the back there. Let me see if I can hold this right. Some part at the back there, water just start coming out of the rocks and just turn the entire place here in a miniature lake, as you can see. There are actually houses right behind me here, barely escaping the water. But look at this. Whoa, look at this. It's a lake after Hurricane Melissa. So it's a community going all the way down there. And I can count about 15 or probably 12 to 15 houses completely covered with water. I mean, there's absolutely no space leave for water. This is one of the only houses that has an upstairs that actually you can still see the top of it. Many of those houses you cannot see anything at all. Blessed day.
All right, so again, that's Fabian Allen, a popular Jamaican YouTuber, goes by the handle Jamaican Walk By. He's in the Manchester Parish, which is sort of in the western side of Jamaica, the southern, the southwest. What did you make of what he was saying there? Because it's sort of hard for me to believe that there's no other body of water there, and all of a sudden they have this water from the hurricane that's just not dissipating.
And it's not
going
moving,
away.
right? And this is over 2 weeks now. And that water is still, it's not even flowing anywhere.
What would the dangers be with that? I mean, it's not just the water and the damage. I mean, but what else?
Besides the mold, right? I'm thinking about the bugs, like mosquitoes, all those, who knows what kind of bugs are just going to be lingering in places that just the water wasn't there before.
Is that something that you've heard of before? Like sort of the water, I don't know, maybe is it rain that's just pooling in an area that is already soaked and it's just not able to get out of there?
Well,
or is
also,
it like,
we don't know what I'm not sure what their infrastructure is into releasing water. And he did say that they don't know where it's coming from, which makes it really alarming because if they don't know where it's coming from, what do you do? Where can, so I'm not sure what kind of systems they even have in place about pumping it out, because you can remember New Orleans, things like that. Like they were able to eventually clear it out, right? I don't know how Jamaica operates.
Obviously, they need a lot of help, and that's one of the reasons why Fabian Allen, Jamaica Walks, is his organization.
This 2 weeks after the storm, it's
scary, right?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Jamaica Walks By is his organization, and we do have another clip. Tyler, if you don't mind, where he talks about some of the other areas nearby that are damaged. Can we take a listen to that?
Right, this is just Manchester. If I should speak on St. Elizabeth, Black River, those places is like total catastrophe. It's beyond me. We can't explain. It seems as if the entire parish down that side was just wiped out. There's no electricity, there's no housing for persons, there's no water there, so persons have to be bringing in care packages and stuff like that to assist and aid the persons over there in Black River. The town is completely wiped out. There's not one standing good business over there in Black River. You have to wonder what really have passed through the town. People are on the streets, they're looking, they're needing help, they are on the roadway as they drive begging for any small thing they can get, from its money, water, food, rice, whatever it is they can get. They will be more than grateful to receive it from you, because they are completely cut off from the rest of the society. All the other persons who actually can move from the community has already gone. So it is next to a ghost town per se, but who cannot leave is just there with nothing else to do, but just trying to live it out. So I am doing a lot of episodes when it comes on to Jamaica, and from before the hurricane till after the hurricane, we're just capturing everything, and we're trying to aid in every way we can, showing it to the public too as well, so that they can reach out and help these persons on the other side. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, to talk with you and stuff like that. But yeah, Jamaica is in need right now of major help, and we must say thanks to all the persons out there who is actually helping Jamaica recover from this hurricane that has badly damaged the island.
I'm so grateful actually that he is showing us this, because it's really bringing a lot of awareness to what's like, they cannot be forgotten, because, when these storms initially hit, like when we had Dorian, Katrina, like the first attention is given to health and safety and well-being, right? So the damage doesn't really get attention, and cleanup doesn't get attention until they can account for everyone, until they can actually feed people, house them, medical attention, things like that. So. And that's just like, I'm thinking places like in the U.S., like post-Katrina thing. I mean, we saw what happened there. That was just a whole other story. However, to see this after 2 weeks, it's important for him to get these messages out, because they are still in dire need. They're still like accounting for people who need that and need to be fed and housed. And there's no water, no electricity. And he did mention about people who could leave. What about the people that couldn't?
Yes, the people who could leave got out. The people who couldn't leave are still trying to deal with situations like that. Obviously, the infrastructure in tough shape. Again, that was Fabian Allen, a popular Jamaican YouTuber who was able to get in contact with us. We think it's important, excuse me, we think it's important to continue to highlight the stories of people in Jamaica, in large part because there's just such a strong connection to the island with New York City, obviously in Brooklyn and other parts of New York. So we thank Fabian. If people want to check him out, they can find him at his handle, all the social media. It's called Jamaica Walks By. You can just sort of look it up, Jamaica Walks By. Fabian Allen, we thank you very much for your video. I know he's watching down there today, and hopefully we'll be in touch with you soon. Audrey, we're still feeling pretty good about our weather around here for now.
Very calm, pretty quiet. A couple of isolated showers to the north today. And that's it, really. No major storms in sight. We've been pretty lucky this week.
We've been pretty lucky. All right, let's take a quick break, and then we got a little something happening out on Long Island. Our Jody Goldberg was at a very interesting event this morning. So I can see her. She's just, can we take that camera behind us? Can you zoom out a little bit? Just a little bit, the camera. Yeah, you see? Okay, so you see us on the screen. And then if you look to the left, there's Jody right there. You see? She's waiting. I don't think she knows she's on camera. I don't know if she can hear me. I don't know if she knows. Oh, she knows. There she is. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to zoom with you, Jody, in just a minute about that cool story that you were doing out on the island today. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Newsroom Live. It is 10:44. As we mentioned, we've been watching what's been happening at the daycare in Brooklyn, where the mayor-elect was meeting with some of the kids there, meeting with some of the elected officials, talking about his platforms, including some of those affordability issues when it comes to childcare. He is speaking now, and we promised you that when he started speaking, we would dip in with him. So let's go ahead. We could do ELC 6 or Live View 3, whatever you want.
The average estimate of $22,500 a year being the cost of childcare for a single child across these 5 boroughs. And so I'm here thankful for the opportunity to not only share our vision for what universal childcare would look like for the people of this city, but also to listen and learn from those who've been on the front lines of delivering that childcare today, to learn how we can do a better job of actually being partners in City Hall tomorrow. Thank you all for coming.
All right, we'll start on topics first, please.
Mayor-elect Mike from Chalkbeat.
Hey Mike, how's it going?
Good. I'm wondering what lessons you're drawing from the rollout of universal pre-K as you think about your own universal campaign. Obviously, it was a huge policy achievement, happened very quickly, helped a lot of people, but I've also spoken to a lot of providers, some of whom have spoken to you about the fact that it disrupted things for them. It drew away teachers, it drew away students, some of them had to close down. So how are you kind of thinking about what lessons to take from that as you roll out your own program?
I think there is a critical need to ensure that the childcare we're providing is high quality. And that is something that I've learned mostly in the conversations that I've been having with childcare providers themselves, the importance of that being foregrounded in what we're creating. I think that UPK provides a model for how city government can meet the needs that would otherwise be pushing New Yorkers out of these 5 boroughs. And I'm also looking to learn from the lessons of implementation and ensure that we are building on that we are also not seeing this as an opportunity to throw everything out that came before us, but instead an opportunity for us to build on that which has come before and deliver childcare to those who currently are being pushed out of it.
Yeah, and
So I realize that it's early. How do you envision the rollout of all of this? Would you be rolling it out in phases? And what is the overall timeline? When can you say to New Yorkers, this is our vision realized?
I view the time that I will be the mayor as the time that we have to implement the policies that we ran on. Those are policies that I fully intend to fulfill, and we intend to fulfill them because the absence of them has been costing New Yorkers an immense amount of money. In a single year, it was measured that our economy paid the cost of about $23 billion due to the absence of affordable childcare. On the question of timeline, on the question of phases, these are the conversations we are having over the course of this transition. This is what animates so many of the questions of who we hire and how we create our city hall, because what we want to do is be clear and transparent with New Yorkers, and as soon as we have more information to share on that, we'll be sure to do so.
Are you talking about 1 term or 2 terms when you talk about your time in office?
Maximum 2 terms.
Question and answer with Zoran Mamdani. He's talking about his plans for childcare. We do expect that he will be asked about the possibility of the next police commissioner. So I'm just trying to hear some of the reported questions to let you know when that happens.
Spoken about working on it together, what's sort of your game plan in Albany next year?
So now they're asking him about working
what
in
I've
Albany
appreciated
to get
is
some of his
that
things
Governor Hochul
accomplished.
and
Let's
I
see what he says
share a
about that.
commitment to universal childcare. It's a commitment that recognizes the fact that the absence of it is not only one that is affecting families, it's also affecting providers and it's affecting staff. And we've heard the fact that while so much of this conversation rightfully centers on the questions of funding, there's also a number of issues around policy, around structure, around RFPs, and just hearing earlier today that the city has oftentimes made it harder. Whereas today we have 2 classrooms that are empty that used to be providing infant care in this very facility. And we know that the lack of flexibility sometimes between school day and extended care has also meant that there are families that are unable to get the care that they need. And in the conversations I've had with the governor, it has been about fulfilling the vision of universal childcare and ensuring that government becomes a partner as opposed to a burden or an obstacle. And that's something that we are going to be spelling out in the weeks and the months to come.
Hi, Mr. Mamdani. How are you doing? We know that this universal child care is the biggest area of alignment that both you and the governor have talked about. To be frank, is this how you get the millionaire's tax or the corporate tax through? You put it in this bucket where there is this universal alignment. So is that how you get that through? And then also, just because there's a hearing today, what do you think about the idea of separating EMTs from firefighters?
You know, the universal child care is something that we've seen in other cities, in Montreal, for example, rather in Quebec. We saw the implementation of universal child care also led to a 10-to-1 economic return. This is something that we care about it on a moral level, we care about it on a political level, but also on an economic level. And I've put forward 2 proposals that I think are the most straightforward and direct ways to raise the revenue for this program as well as our economic agenda and to start Trump-proofing our city, increasing personal income taxes on the top 1% by 2%, increasing the state's top corporate tax rate to match that of New Jersey. I've also said that the most important thing is not how we fund it, but that we fund it. I think these are the most direct ways to do so. But any funding stream that would fund these programs, that is one that we would welcome, because the most important thing at the end of the day is that someone can raise their family in this city and that we make it easier for them to do so.
Isn't using the shared goal the easiest, most straightforward way to envision both your tax plan and your universal child care plan, this area of alignment?
I do think that these tax proposals are the ones that make the most sense, and I also will always be married to the outcomes of what we fund with that.
And EMTs, please, sir.
Yeah, I look forward to I look forward to following up on the hearing, and I think the point for me is also, when we're building our city hall, we're building it with an assessment of excellence and an assessment of fluency. And when we're thinking about fire, when we're thinking about EMT, I also want to be surrounding myself with those who have been doing this work before coming to a conclusion that would affect the lives of many New Yorkers.
So Mayor Adams now plans to designate the Elizabeth Street Garden as parkland. I know previously you spoke about that site potentially being used as affordable housing. Does his actions hinder your plans for the site? What do you make of it? How do you envision, how this site should be used moving forward?
It is no surprise that Mayor Adams is using his final weeks and months to cement a legacy of dysfunction and inconsistency. And I've made clear over the course of the campaign what my vision would be in meeting the urgent need of building affordable housing, especially for seniors across New York City. And the actions that the Adams administration has taken now make it nearly impossible to follow through with that.
I wonder if you could, 2 things. I wonder if you could comment on where you are with NYPD. There's a bit of reporting that Dean Houlihan may want oversight of NYPD and how it sits with the mayor. And then secondly, I think I'll stay on the previous topic. Can you talk about how you get this funded if there is no appetite for a tax on the wealthy in Albany? How do you get it funded? It's a goal, but if it can't get funded, then I think you're going to have a lot of upset parents.
Well, I'm glad that we won't have to entertain the hypothetical, and that's because I am confident of what this coalition can accomplish, and the fact that it's a coalition that also not just includes myself, not just the governor, but also we've seen time and again in the Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie, in the Majority Leader of the State Senate Andrea Stewart-Cousins, commitments, as you can see in their one-house budgets, to taking the steps that would make New York City more affordable. And that, to me, is why it's also important that I am standing here alongside 2 elected members, whether it be in the State Assembly or the City Council, for whom this has been part of their compass, part of their fight. I think for far too long in Albany, the missing piece has not been that of Albany. It's actually been that of City Hall coming to champion a vision that would serve all of our shared constituents. And I look forward to the continued conversations that we will be having with Commissioner Tisch, with the NYPD at large, in delivering on a vision for public safety, and also ensuring that it is safety and justice that is driving the decision making, as opposed to what we've seen under the current administration, where oftentimes it has more to do with who you know than what you're doing.
All right, we've got time for one more, Melissa. Thank you.
Hi, Melissa.
How are you? Good
Doing well.
You mentioned a legacy of dysfunction that you think Mayor
Okay,
Adams
so you heard
is
him there, asked about the
trying to cement. We talked about the Elizabeth Street Gardens, but
interest
there's
in
also the trip to Israel. There's the Rent Guidelines Board. Do you feel like he's acting in good
Police
faith
Commissioner
in
Tisch
terms
on
of
or invite her to stay on. And what he said there was that he looks forward to continuing to working with Police Commissioner Tisch. So if you want to read into some of the comments that he's making there, then certainly that's a possibility. He's still being asked questions. We want to stay with this because if he does answer a question directly about what his intentions are, with Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch. That's going to be a headline. That's going to be the headline that you'll read out throughout the rest of the day. So we're going to stick with this now because if you hear it, you'll hear it here first.
Is a city hall where they can expect taking on these crises as opposed to creating them themselves. And I look forward in building my administration to have one that is ready on January 1st, not for the work of preparing, not for the work of understanding, but for the work of delivering. And that's what we view these next 49 days for.
When you said it's nearly impossible, what Eric Adams did with Elizabeth Street Garden, are you giving up on the idea of building housing there?
What I am coming to terms with is the lengths that the Adams administration has taken to ensure that they are cementing the position that they held the opposite view on just earlier this year.
Will you ask the legislature to alienate the parkland once you take office?
My focus will be on working with the legislature to fulfill the affordability agenda that I've been working on.
On this subject, one more on topic. Thank you. Just one more on topic.
All right, so you heard Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani answering a series of questions there. The first couple questions were about his plans for childcare. The next two were about the Elizabeth Street Garden. If you're not familiar with that, sort of a debate about whether they're going to keep it as it is, build some affordable housing. He criticized Mayor Adams, who has sort of moved back and forth on that issue. The only question that he got about the NYPD, he did say he looks forward to working with Commissioner Jessica Tisch. He didn't necessarily say that he has invited her to stay on, but you know, you could sort of read between the lines there about what he hopes will happen. So that was Zoran Mamdani, the mayor-elect. He just wrapped it up. So we've been sticking with that throughout the entire morning. We also want to let you know about some stories that we are covering here throughout the rest of the day. And one of the beauties of this is that we can sort of talk to some of the reporters before the stories hit the air. And this would be when we head out to Long Island, where, there we go, Jody Goldberg is checking in with us. Jody, you had a very interesting experience out there on Long Island today, where you were talking about a new kind of robot for a class. What can viewers expect later on this afternoon?
Dan, all I could say is I wish they had this type of technology when I was in high school. I don't know if when you were in high school you had this. It's some of the most advanced robots or mannequins that these students are able to get their hands on and start learning. They're not even in college yet, and they're going to go into college wherever they apply and have this background knowledge and be able to use it and kind of have a leg up. These students, I don't know if you have some of this video that you want to play for everyone watching. Yeah, we do. They're able to.
We're looking at it right now. You can see the kids on the I guess the robots on the tables there, and the kids were sort of taking a closer look. That's really cool.
Dan, they blink, they breathe. We saw a demonstration. One of the teachers actually drew blood. It's obviously not blood, but they were able to prick and some sort of, red liquid simulating a sugar count to, diagnose diabetes was able to be, assessed. They're able to administer medication through these types of, metal points, and they're able to, say things like, I don't feel well, I'm cold, my chest hurts, I'm having trouble breathing. I mean, this is the future.
You're right. And Jody, where are you right now? What are you doing? Are you in the car?
Well,
where are you going?
Well, it's funny. You had said that the beauty of this is being able to speak about, what we're doing. This is my office. This is my office. This is where I do my work for everyone watching my stories at night. It looks like this. I'm sitting in my car. I'm outside of Baldwin High School. We shot our story. We got here early while kids were in second period. We come back out here. This is where I put it all together. I'm listening to the story. I'm actually logging it. I'll show you here. This is my camera. Here it is. I listen to it here on my screen. I'll give you a behind the scenes look.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, this is
my. There's the doll right there.
This is my teeth. Yep, right here. This is where it all happens.
Jody, we love
This is where I put together my story. I listen to it. I write it here. Very cool.
Max, what time is Jody's story on today? Is it on at 5 or 6? Jody Goldberg's robot kid story. What time is that on today? Okay, so Jody, Max tells me your story's on at 6 o'clock tonight, so that's when we can check it out.
Love that I'm in your show.
Max does not like to be on television,
6 o'clock.
so he's very upset that I just yelled at him. Jody, thank you so much. I can't wait to see that story. It's going to be awesome. Of course, Jody, we'll check in with you later. Thank you, Jody. And we're also following some very serious news that is happening here in the city. You know, sometimes we have the feature stories, other times it's the realities of what happens here in New York City, and we are following up on a very violent crime that did happen. It was a super in Brooklyn, an apartment building, killed during a violent dispute. According to the New York Post, that super, the super of a building, got into an argument with a crew trying to steal packages from his Ditmas Park building. Our photographer, Roy Picorni, just shared a photo of the super. You can see him right here. And according to his family, he was an immigrant who leaves behind a wife and 3 children. This is another story that we will be tracking today in our later broadcasts. Our very own Lisa Evers, who often has very close contacts within the police department. She is on the story. She should be able to give us a better understanding of what happened. But again, that is a violent crime that happened in Brooklyn a little bit earlier. So we're pretty much wrapping up what's happening here during our hour on Newsroom Live. We got to a lot this afternoon. Obviously, everything that's happening here in the city, from the government down in Washington, Nassau County, Bruce Blakeman potentially announcing his run for governor. You heard Zoran Mondani indicate some things about his next police commissioner, this crime, and of course what Jody is working on. So we appreciate you joining us today. I hope you check us out again tomorrow, and have a good one.
Thanks for watching Fox 5's Newsroom Live. We're now joining Live Now's non-stop stream of live and